Welcome to Indiana High School football on K99.3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan is next.
Why does the IHSAA often refer to high school sports as the second classroom?
Because it's where student athletes learn valuable life lessons that will guide them through the rest of their lives. I'm Chris Kaufman, a former Northwestern High School Tiger.
And I'm Brian Lewis, a proud Jasper Wildcat. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We're also both educators and former student athletes, so we understand great teachers and coaches are the key to receiving a great education.
Thank you to every educator across the state of Indiana for the efforts and sacrifices you make each day to set Hoosier students up for success in life.
And thank you to the many teachers who also coach high school sports, ensuring their athletic programs always emphasize education first.
Support the educators behind education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is the second classroom. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Rick Reb, 5-star in the Knox Ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, my friend. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5-star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio station. Make 5-star your holiday shopping headquarters. Open Thanksgiving Day. Louisiana, U.S. #1 sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Sara Lee, fruit or pumpkin pie, assorted varieties, 34 ounce, $5.99. You better have Cool Whip if you got Sara Lee pies. Cool Whip, assorted varieties, 8-ounce tub, 2 for $3. Where's that 5-star?
In the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of K99.3, Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays get an opportunity of a lifetime, a shot at redemption as they host the Adams Central Jets in a semi-state rematch that has been waiting 364 days to happen. This is Indiana high school football. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you to our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. With us in the booth tonight, special guest, Culver Cavalier football head coach Mike Zahner. Down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the field, our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. And we welcome you to Liberty Field here in North Judson, Indiana, 46366. Words cannot describe the emotion here tonight in this semi-state rematch, long awaited as we are set and ready to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports on WKVI 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for semi-state football action, we turn and look at the Jets of Adams Central, where head coach Michael Mosier is in his 14th season at the helm. The Jets have taken care of business all season long, not having lost a game since November 27th of last year. That was their state matchup against Indianapolis Lutheran, where they came up short 34-28. This season, though, they come into tonight undefeated at 13-0. This team has dominated their opponents all year long and have not met a team up to their stature quite yet, it seems. They obviously must be on a mission to avenge last year's state championship loss. Another piece to add to the anticipation here tonight. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter. Getting all the access down on the field tonight is KVB sports analyst Chris McGowan. What are you expecting to see from these Jets tonight, Chris?
A lot of wing T action, that's for sure. Just a high-powered offense. They come in averaging just less than 47 points a game. Just a high potent offense, and they're wanting to get back to redemption as well.
Yeah.
Coming up short in that state championship game. So again, to have to come to Liberty Field in these conditions, but probably a high dose of run offense on both sides tonight.
Well, we turn to Culver Cavalier football head coach Mike Zahner joining us for another broadcast tonight. What is your opinion on this Adams Central team, Mike?
Hey, they're good. They do what they do, and they do it well. Looking at some of the returners, they got the quarterback back from last year, obviously Black. He had a good game against Eastside. That's probably been their closest game when you look at it on paper. Eastside was a returning semi-state qualifier last year as well, So, he threw 3 touchdowns in that game. So they do have the ability to throw the ball as well. I think when you look up front, you're gonna notice number 78 real quick. That Zach Worm. Watching him on film, he's fun to watch. He's aggressive. He is a D1 caliber offensive lineman. I mean, he stands out just watching him in pregame here, 78. But, we're going to see what he can do defensively. I think Judson's going to have to double-team him a little bit more and do some things. But, Adams Central, I like what they have. I think you guys nailed it on the head. They got some redemption as well. They got that they want to get back to the Dome and probably play against Lutheran, but there's a big test in front of them, and this isn't the same Judson team they saw last year.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, we were a little nervous. I didn't know if you were going to make it. Mike Sharkozy said you were double-checking to make sure we were in the booth. That made me feel you were going to bail on me at the last second. But we're so glad you're here. Chris is down on the sidelines. As we turn the page and look at the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays this season, head coach Brett Lambert is in his 4th season leading the Blue Jays. They have only lost 1 game this year to a 2A LaVille squad, and even that game came down to the wire where they almost won. Mike, you had to face these Blue Jays twice this year, both here at Liberty Field. Tell our listeners what you need to have prepared when going up against this North Judson-San Pierre team.
They're so physical in what they do up front. You're playing physical football. Obviously, you look at the field conditions, it's covered in snow. They got the lines off for those guys that can't see it. But it's going to be a fun November football game, and Judson's going to do what they do well. There's a 3-headed monster back there, and Benson at fullback, Harper at quarterback, and then obviously Cheyenne, the feature back.
Got the pieces.
And what they do up front is better as well. They had a couple starters out when we played them in the sectional championship game. We thought that might be a benefit for us, and it turned out I think their offensive line got better. So it's something to say. You can't run a run-oriented offense with linemen that don't get the job done, and they definitely do.
Chris, this being your alma mater, what does this game really mean tonight for this area of Stark County, Indiana?
It just takes you back to the glory days of Blue Jay football. Like I said, I've told many stories on the broadcast of growing up and coming to these games. And back in the 1980s, I made that trip twice to Adams Central in the semi-state. And so,
it's crazy.
Again, it is crazy how the world comes full circle. But, again, hey, one thing I want to mention, heard a little side story that Worm, number 78, my understanding is he's going D1 to play tight end.
Oh, wow. Tight end.
They play an offensive line and defensive tackle here tonight, but has already committed to play tight end D1. So, again, North Judson up front can have their hands full with that kid. But, again, to get back to the question, there have been a lot of good teams that have come to Liberty Field and walk away with a loss. And I tell you what, if North Judson takes care of the football, that could happen again tonight.
As we look at the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, leading the way for them in the rushing department is senior Cheyenne Allen with 157 carries on the year for 1,304 yards, averaging 8.3 yards per carry. We will definitely be hearing a lot from Mr. Allen tonight, as he is North Judson-San Pierre's all-time rushing leader. Right behind him is sophomore Brock Benson with 170 carries on the year for 1,229 yards, averaging 7.2 yards per carry. And then the senior QB, Aldrich Harper, has 811 yards on the ground, averaging 10 yards per carry. That's the triple threat right off the top for these Blue Jays on offense. In the receiving category, sophomore Josiah McDaniel leads the charge with 344 receiving yards on the year, averaging 24.6 yards per catch. And in the passing category, senior quarterback Aldrich Harper has thrown the ball 74 times this season for 889 yards on the year, averaging 21.2 yards per completion. This guy is smart with the ball and uses the triple option wonderfully, gaining 15 to 20-yard runs. If you aren't paying attention, he handles pressure like a cool cat waiting to pounce on his opponent's next mistake. Really fun to watch. We've talked all year long with head coach Brett Lambert. We broadcasted 5, now 6 games for the Blue Jays this year. Chris, what is your North Judson-San Pierre statement heading into this most anticipated matchup? And also let us know what the vibe is like there down on the field.
I tell you what, the electricity, you can cut it with a knife. Both these teams are pumped and ready to go. I tell you what, never played in conditions like this, but this takes me back to playing football in the backyard on Thanksgiving Day. I know that. Just with all the snow and just tackling the brothers and cousins and all that. So, again, it's just going to come down to being able to – I think the team that can execute up front, both offensively and defensively tonight, I think the trenches are going to dictate the winner of this game.
Mike, out of all our area coaches, you are the one that had to prepare and play these guys twice this season. What is your advice for the Blue Jays trying to get a shot at redemption here tonight against Adams Central?
Obviously Chris just nailed it on the head. I think it's going to be one in the trenches, but you got to take care of the football. I got to watch the last week's game against Adams Central or Adams Central against Carroll Flora, and man, I think they turned the ball over 3 times in the first quarter.
Wow,
that's got to be a point of emphasis, obviously, for them this week in practice. But you do that against North Judson. We turned it over 4 times in the sectional championship game, and it didn't end up well for us. But I know North Judson also had a couple turnovers that set up scores for Park Tudor as well. So they got to make sure they take care of the football. I think the guy that wins over the turnover battles, they got to be the front runner to win this game and a trip to the oil can. So we'll see if they can get it done.
Well, we've got the guys with us. We've got a head coach, a former head football coach, and Chris McGowan, a current basketball coach. We have got the analysts that are going to bring you the best of the best tonight here in this semi-state action. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke, so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch,
Thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital injury report. Stay tuned as the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winnemac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
All right, I'm here with head coach of Adams Central, Michael Mosier, in his 14th season. All right, Coach, you come into tonight undefeated this season. What has your message been to your team this week?
Just come out and play like we always have. I mean, that's the big thing. We know we are playing a very good North Judson team. Obviously, we know about them from last year. Quality, well coached. We got to go out and play our game. Obviously, the snow on the ground and the cold impacts things a little bit better, and we got to be able to just drown that out and go play football.
Yeah, it's crazy how things work out, Coach. Here we are 364 days later in the same game at the same place with the same things on the line. What will you try to do early to get this game going the way you and your Jets want it to?
Well, we can't make mistakes. I mean, that's the big thing. We have to play really good defense, and we have to try our best to shut down their backs, and we got to be able to move the ball. And that's obviously going to be difficult. The ball is going to be cold and wet and snowy, and we have to be able to do those things. So really, I think tonight's a game of ball protection. It's a game of field position and be able to score when you can, and that's going to be the big thing tonight.
What's your message to Jets Nation this evening?
Just be positive and confident. Let's go out and play.
Coach, I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
I'm here with head coach of the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays, Brett Lambert. Big-time game tonight, a rematch of 364 days ago to the day. Can you believe it, Coach? I know you've told us in the Saturday Sports Line you've been preparing for this game. Here's your moment. What are you most excited to do tonight?
Well, I think, every coach is excited to be in a semi-state game. I mean, there's nothing, that's granted about that. You can't take it for granted that it's going to happen. So the fact that we're here is awesome. The kids have worked really hard to get back to this spot that we're in. And again, it is not easy to be in a semi-state game because there's so many things that you have to have go right for you during the season. And, we've been fortunate enough to have things go right. And again, that goes back to our kids just doing what they had to do in the off season. We've created depth this year because of all the kids who've been in the weight room and just the talent we have. So yeah, we're excited to be here. We got this shot at redemption. Adams Central is an awesome program, but I feel like we're getting to that point where we're starting to become an awesome program. So we're going to find out tonight where we're at.
You mentioned in practice yesterday to your guys, I found it interesting. You said, yeah, this is a rematch with the same team, but this is a completely different Adams Central lineup. Talk to our listeners what you know about Adams Central this year's team.
Well, Adams Central, they still got a lot of guys back from last year. They're missing a few pieces, but what's nice about a program like Adams Central and what we're trying to do here is when you lose those pieces, you replace them with other guys who are just as capable. And I think that's what Adams Central has done. They got a team that, might be, it's different than last year, but it might be just as good. I know we're better, but let's see if we can overcome, the running clock that they put on us last year and the the 35-point deficit. So, I mean, we have some the gap to make up, but we're going to see tonight if we made it up or not.
Your message this evening to Blue Jay Nation.
Be there, support the team. These guys are going to be playing their butts off. They're going to be playing every single play like it's their last. They know what's on the line. They've been working for this. We want to get to state, but it all starts tonight with getting it done on the field.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
We will be right back.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Once again, here's Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
All right, as we get set for semi-state football action, what are your keys to the game as an Adams Central Jet tonight, Mike?
You got to take care of the football. You can't have those 3 turnovers like you did in the first half last week at Regional Championship. You're not going to be able to overcome those against the Blue Jays tonight. I think they're going to rely heavily on the guys that have been here before, the guys that took them to the Dome last year, guys like Ryan Black, and obviously the Zach Worm kid up front. So
yeah. All right, Chris, what are your Auto Park keys to the game for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays?
Well, you can just take what Mike said right there. Take care of the football. And I think for both teams, I think special teams tonight with the field conditions could play a major factor because that football is going to be like kicking a brick. So, again, I think special teams could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
That's your keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. If you are looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. We are going to take a break as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our starting lineup is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here at the Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth, we have one of the largest vehicle selections in northern Indiana. We know that you can visit any number of dealerships when shopping for a new car. That's why we always make sure we go above and beyond for our loyal customers throughout Michiana. Our Auto Finance Center also works to ensure that you take advantage of a lease or loan solution that fits your budget. Lots of new inventory in stock and en route. Special local market pricing. Come drive the new Silverado and soon the new Hummer EV. Stop by our showroom today or go to AutoParkChevroletBuickGMC.com and see more, or even buy that special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Now it's time for the starting lineups.
For the Blue Jays on offense, starting at quarterback is Aldrich Harper, the running back Cheyenne Allen, who we will most likely hear a lot from tonight, and Quentin Frazier. Starting at fullback is Brock Benson. Starting wide receivers are Josiah McDaniel and Jackson Boyd. And holding the fort down on the offensive line for the Blue Jays are Jacob Gebka, David Brown, Cole Kozakar, Tyler Barnhart, and Hunter Redlin. Going up against that high-powered Blue Jay offense, starting on the defensive line for the Jets are Zach Worm, we've heard about already in the pregame, Lane Lingerich, Jackson Becker, and Trevor Curie. The starting linebackers tonight are Ryan Black, Keegan Bloom, and Max Kerr. The starting defensive backs this evening are Jack Hamilton, Gavin Cook, Max Hamilton, and Carson Schnitz. For the Jets on offense, starting at quarterback is Ryan Black. Starting at fullback tonight is Keegan Bloom. Starting wingbacks tonight are Aaron Hershey and Gavin Cook. Starting at tight end is Trevor Curie. And the starting receiver this evening is Jack Hamilton. The Jets' offensive line consists of Zach Worm, Braden Moon, Cameron Fravel, Lane Lingerich, and Cody Latzenheiser. For the Blue Jays on defense, going up against that Jet offense, starting on the defensive line are Logan Radke, Jackson Boyd, C.J. Sanchez, and Cole Kozakar. The middle linebackers are Quentin Frazier and Cheyenne Allen. The outside linebackers are Aldrich Harper and Samuel Hollum. The cornerbacks are Cole Wilcox and Gabe Ellis, and starting at safety tonight is Josiah McDaniel. That is your starting lineup for tonight, as we will be back to get set for kickoff as semi-state football action is about to get started. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
What's good about Dairy Queen? Dilly bars, DQ cakes, blizzards, and the $5 buck lunch. Stop in for the $5 buck lunch with an entree, fresh hot fries, your choice of an ice-cold Coca-Cola product, and a soft-serve sundae flavor of your choice. Available every day from 11 to 4. Have a $5 buck lunch exclusively at Dairy Queen. Proud to support high school sports on US 35 Monticello Street in Winamac. Find out what's good about Dairy Queen.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke, so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome back to Liberty Field here in North Judson, Indiana, as the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays host the Adams Central Jets in a semi-state rematch we have all been waiting for. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We look back at last year's semi-state matchup with Adams Central 364 days ago today. The Blue Jays hosted that game just like tonight. The final score of that game was 42-7, ending the Blue Jays season here at Liberty Field last year. Adams Central went on to play Indianapolis Lutheran in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium, where they came up short 34-28. What's most interesting about this game is you can go ahead and assume both teams are upset with how last year's season ended. With all that in the back of both teams' minds, Chris, what storyline, in your opinion, stands out?
The weather. You never know how it's going to affect either team. I can remember when I was coaching here at North Judson, we were playing a high-potent Wheeler offense up at Wheeler, and it rained and rained and rained and rained, and we thought that the field conditions were going to slow their team speed down, but it did not. So whichever team can get acclimated to these conditions the quickest may just have enough to get over the top at the end.
I'll ask the same thing to you, Mike. Which storyline gives a little more meaning to you if you were coaching tonight?
I just think it's obviously a huge game. These guys have been here both before, so throw the storylines out, right? We got 48 minutes of football.
This is it.
This is going to determine a trip to Lucas Oil. They're getting ready to they're making their way on the field right now. Man, it doesn't get any more exciting than this.
I'm not even playing tonight.
So we're 3 minutes away from kickoff, and this is exciting. This is what you live for. This is what you want to get down to. Winning semi-state championships, and these guys have got their programs to this level. So I expect a great night of football from both teams.
Well, you just saw Chris go over and shake hands with the officials. Of course, they are allowing us on the sidelines for tonight's broadcast. We are so glad to bring you this type of access. This is our last football team in our area to still be in contention. We, of course, will be transitioning into girls and boys basketball next week, but this football season has been a definite highlight of my career. Chris, I appreciate you, and I can't believe we are already going into basketball season. It seems like yesterday when I was running around week one like a chicken with my head cut off. You have been electric all year long, providing us inside access from the field. We aren't done yet, but I am so looking forward to you reporting on the sidelines in this one, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Just excitement here. Both teams take the field. You got Hell's Bells playing in the background. I tell you what, it doesn't get more exciting than this.
Mike, I appreciate you taking time to join us. Your insight into these teams we cover really has helped our broadcast these last 2 games. Of course, you have prepared for these teams hours on hours as a head coach. I'm really excited to hear more lingo tonight from you. Let's see. I learned the sniffer last week, eye candy in the backfield.
There won't be any sniffers tonight.
Should be an exciting night. Well, let's pause for our national anthem here from Liberty Field. Well, the national anthem just played here at Liberty Field in North Judson, Indiana, where we are getting set for our semi-state action. Yeah, Mike, I'm excited to hear more lingo tonight. I learned a lot last Friday. You know, where coaches look back and watch play, as a broadcaster, I go back and listen to the game about 4 or 5 times just to hear how it went. And, boy, Chris and I last weekend, we were just tickled to death at how well it went last week. You fit right in.
I wondered you invited me back. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chris mentioned on Tuesday, he said, have you heard from Mike yet? And I said, no, I'm getting a little worried. And when I reached out to Mike Sharkozy, the athletic director here at North Judson, I said, hey, are we in the booth? And he says, I don't know yet. And that's why I said, hey, are you in? Before I said we're going to be outside. But luckily you were able to twist his arm, it sounds like, and get us in the booth.
Got a great relationship. I think the ADs work well together in the HNAC. So it's a great time. I saw Chris doing snow angels down there, so that was nice. See, you cleared off the numbers that way, right, Chris?
Yeah, I cleared the numbers off that way. My girls' basketball team is actually sitting at the 50-yard line. They want to come watch some football tonight, believe it or not.
Hey, that's good team bonding, man.
I tell you what, they were screaming at me to do a snow angel, and if this game goes the way we want it to, you might see one.
Well, the on-field PA announcer tonight is Nate Radke. The clock operator is Bill Ransom. The play clock operator tonight is Gary Baxter. Our officials for this evening are Damon Williams, Tom Gerlach, Curtis Anderson, Jeffrey Corman, and Robbie Miller. Our sideline reporter getting all the access down on the field tonight is KVB sports analyst Chris McGowan. Culver Cavalier head football coach and athletic director Mike Zahner is with me in the booth. I am Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play tonight. The coin is about to be flipped. The team captains are center field. It looks like the Blue Jays have won the toss and are deferring to Adams Central, where they are deciding to receive. So Adams Central will be receiving first as we are set for semi-state football action here in North Judson, Indiana. Big time.
Coach, I'm actually interested in Coach Zahner. If you'd have won the toss, do you take the ball or do you defer like North Judson did?
I'm deferring. Yep, I'm deferring in big games like this. Now, when we ran the power tee, I took the ball every time and tried to use the entire first quarter and really get our tempo started. But I agree with it. Man, this could be a tight game. I think early on, these teams are going to feel each other out. It's going to be like a heavyweight championship boxing match, man.
Well, we want to give a big shout-out to Peg from St. Cyril and Methodius Church of North Judson. She said she'd be listening tonight. We also want to give a shout-out to Carrie from First Choice Insurance of North Judson. We appreciate you joining us here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. So, we are getting ready for kickoff where the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are going to send it deep to Adams Central. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Webb Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac.
Chris, I'm glad to see Danny in shorts. I was a little disappointed if he's going to wear pants. So.
Yeah, the family's out here in shorts. My brother-in-law, Brian Orcus, my brother.
Oh, I see
Brian.
Brian
I tell
now.
You what, Mom raised us to be kind of tough, I guess.
So tough or something else?
So to send this one deep is Cheyenne Allen. Deep to return is number 22 for the Jets, Gavin Cook. And it looks like it's going to be brought up by number 14. That's Jack Hamilton, who cuts over to about the 30-yard line. Well, there's 25-yard line, as I'm going to have to get used to seeing the snow out on the field this evening. And that is where the Jets are going to take over.
Great starting field position for Judson here to really want to sniff these guys out. You're going to see a double wing set from these guys, so they're going to have 5 down linemen. I call them slots, guys that are behind, and then 2 split ends. So we'll see. Actually, they're going to go a wing slot set with a wing over here tight end to us.
So first,
base wing T.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, ball on their own 25-yard line. It's Ryan Black who takes the snap. Looks like it's up the middle. Handoff. I didn't catch who it was.
It's like it'll be their fullback with a little wing ISO play there. So the wing insert.
Number 6, Keegan Bloom.
Yep.
Keegan Bloom on the run. May have got 4 on the carry, as it'll be 2nd and 6 here with 11:30 to go in the first quarter.
Bloom's our fullback. He's going to be the guy that runs this offense, that runs through him.
Senior quarterback Ryan Black from the Adams Central Jets, ready to take this one from under center. He takes the snap. Now he hands off up the middle. That's, again, it looks like it's Keegan Bloom on the carry, just short of the first down. It looks like maybe 3 on the carry.
Yeah, another same play, just the other side to the tight end side. So the wing is inserting, isolating on the inside linebacker, and the fullbacks run through.
So it'll be 3rd and 1, ball on their own 34-yard line. This is the first drive of the game. Ryan Black, the senior quarterback, under center. Ready to take the snap. He does. He keeps it himself and runs it right up the middle. It's going to be a QB sneak, and it looks like they're going to get the first.
Like Judson was in some 2-3 techniques there. Am I wrong with that, Chris?
No, you're right. 2-3 techniques, and Adams Central just took advantage here with the quarterback sneak. Probably a check with me at the line right there. Judson gave them the look they wanted to be able to run the quarterback sneak.
Yeah,
so tough. A fresh set of downs for Adams Central.
Going a bit of over formation here, so they brought the other receiver over to the tight end side, so a little unbalanced here.
Ryan Black under center takes the snap. He hands off the fumble on the play, and the Blue Jays are going to pick it up on the 46-yard line. Big time play for the defense.
Cheyenne Allen recovers for the Jays.
Well, that is huge, and they have the ball in perfect position now, where it is spotted on the 46-yard line. The Blue Jays will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, just a big pop right there in the hole, and that ball squirted loose. And Cheyenne Allen, Johnny on the spot, picked it up.
Well, it's definitely giving the Blue Jay faithful something to cheer about as Aldrich Harper, the senior quarterback, trots up to the line. He's going to take this under center. It looks like that's Brock Benson, the fullback, right behind him. Aldrich Harper takes the snap, hands off the Benson up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 3 or 4 on the carry before he's tackled at about the 44.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious to see what the game plan is here for North Judson. I mean, do you just line up and find out where number 78 is and run away from him? Or with this triple option, do you not block him and read him every time and try to make him wrong?
Sometimes it's better to run right at him, you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see what they continue to do here, as that's what they did on the first play. It's Aldrich Harper under center, Brock Benson right behind him. Sets his man in motion. He takes the snap. He hands off. No, he's keeping himself. Great job by Aldrich Harper, but he's going to be met by several Jets, maybe a yard on the play.
Nice midline play by them where they're faking. They're going to read that tackle. They don't block the tackle and either give to the fullback or pull. He made the right read. Just inside linebacker scraped pretty well.
That midline's tough to run against a 2 technique, and Adams Central gets a heavy dose of 2-2s in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Blue Jays. A tough 6 yards to gain here. As Aldrich Harper, the senior quarterback, is going to take this from shotgun. He's got Brock Benson, the fullback, on his left hip. Sets Cheyenne Allen in motion. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Now he runs up the middle. He's going to get the first down, potentially right at the 35-yard line. And it looks like they are going to move the chains. It's a Blue Jay first down.
Nice option play by them from the gun. Essentially kind of the same play. They just ran under center. Now they got a little more room to work with. A little bit better, easier read for him from the shotgun.
So we just passed the 9-minute mark here in the first quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the Jets' 35-yard line. The Blue Jays are charging, trying to make something happen. The Blue Jays break the huddle. Senior quarterback Aldrich Harper going to take this one from shotgun again. He's got Brock Benson to his left. Sets Cheyenne Allen in motion. Takes the snap, hands off to Cheyenne Allen, who's going to run his way forward, trying to get a yard before he's tackled, met by number 22 of the Jets. That was Gavin Cook, the senior.
First touch for Cheyenne tonight, so you're going to see this. We're going to see that a lot. Obviously, 22, Cook coming in from the basically their safety position, strong side safety. So going to see how well he runs the alley tonight.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Blue Jays, coming up on 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Aldrich Harper's going to take this under center. Takes the snap. He hands off to Brock Benson up the right side. And another maybe 1 to 2 yard gain. It's kind of tough right now in the middle, it looks like, Mike.
Yeah, this is definitely I've been impressed with Adams Central's defense all year and the speed of it. So, but same thing for North Judson's offense. They're fast, so it's gonna be fun here. 3rd and long, first 3rd and long of the night. See how we do.
3rd and 8 here. They completed a 3rd and 6 a little bit ago, but this one's 2 yards farther. We'll see what they can do here. Ball on the Jets' 33-yard line. Aldrich Harper from shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself after he fake hands off. Now up to the left side. He's trying to get the first down before he's tackled by number 11, Carson Schnitz, the sophomore. And he's going to be short, it looks like.
I tell you what, you saw the team speed of Adams Central right there. That play looked like it was going to go for a first down, and that hole closed in a hurry. A great pursuit by the Adams Central Jets.
Are we in the area where you think North Judson goes for it?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see here, 4th and 4. Why not? Maybe even do a no play and try and draw them off sides.
Well, we saw a lot of that last week in that Knox game where Knox was getting offsides quite a bit, unfortunately. We'll see what they do here. Aldrich Harper from shotgun, waiting to take the snap. He does. And there's a fumble on the play, and the Jets are going to pick it up.
Nothing lost there. It's a 4th down, so it's going to be turnover and downs if you don't get the first anyway. They really tried to ride the mess just a little bit more with that option.
So the Jets will take over on the 40-yard line, and just like Coach said, it's really nothing lost there, as that's exactly where the ball will be spotted, as they are deep in their own territory at the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jets. We'll see if they can do something here on this second drive. The snow looks like it might be a factor this evening for these players.
Got 2 receivers out wide, one's covered up, so we'll see. I think we're probably going to do some type of sweep out that way.
Black under center takes the snap. He hands up the left side. That's number 6, Braden Moon on the carry. Yes, Braden Moon, the junior, excuse me. So not much gained, only a yard, 2 yards exactly. So it's 2nd and 8, ball on their own 32. Jets offense having a little trouble early on as Ryan Black, the senior quarterback under center, sets his man in motion, takes the snap, hands off, no, keeps it himself up the left side. Now he's in front of his own team sideline as he gets maybe 5, 6 on the play before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that was still Blum at the fullback position, I'm sorry.
Okay, Blum, excuse me.
So 3rd and 2 here for the Jets.
So, yeah, 2nd and 3rd and 8 here. Wait.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 3, excuse me. The clock hadn't updated. My apologies. As it's 3rd and 3 with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Senior quarterback Ryan Black under center. He takes the snap, hands off the Bloom. No, he keeps it himself, trying to get the first down. He does and more before he's tackled at about the 43, 44-yard line.
Coming back, there's going to be a hold out there on the point of attack there. Trey McGowan basically got tackled there at his safety position.
It's a good vantage point from Chris down on the field. We appreciate that. As you are right, Chris, that moves them back. It's going to be
should be 3rd and probably 12 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 12, as this is going to be tough for the Jets.
More like 3rd and 14.
As of right now, if you're a Blue Jay fan, you've got to be happy with the way your defense is playing, I'd say.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard walk-off from the spot. So that happened behind the line of scrimmage there. And so now 3rd and 14 for Adams Central.
3rd and 14, ball on the 25-yard line. Senior quarterback Ryan Black of the Jets takes the snap under center, tosses out to number 31. And he's going to get tackled nowhere near. That was number 31 on the carry, Aaron Hershey, the sophomore, but he doesn't get anything. The defense was there for the Blue Jays, making sure to stop him.
Another big play by Cheyenne Allen there on a crucial third down. He got the fumble recovery on the last series, so punting away. Let's see if Cheyenne will obviously be back deep for him.
Yeah, it looks like Cheyenne.
Yeah, I was going to say, come up limping there a little bit on that tackle.
A little worried. I hope he's okay.
He just hasn't been in that front of that ready heater like you have been.
So, Adams Central's going to punt this one deep in their own territory. And the punt is up and away clean. It's going to bounce at about the 40-yard line on the other side of the field in Blue Jay territory. Cheyenne Allen is not going to go near it. And Gavin Cook is going to touch it for the Jets, where the Blue Jays take over on the 36-yard line.
Still great field position there for the Blue Jays, obviously starting on 36, so we'll see. I mean, just like I talked about, I think these guys are filling each other out. These next two series that for each team are going to be crucial.
Yeah, two heavyweights coming out, just throwing a few jabs to see how the opponent's going to react.
Nothing early on in the 1A semi-state here at Liberty Field. North Judson with the
So, first and 10 for the Blue Jays, 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Aldrich Harper takes the snap and hands off to Brock Benson, who's got a big room. A lot of room, a big run from him. Maybe 6 on the carry, maybe. Big-time run from Brock Benson, the sophomore.
Yeah, I felt like he's going to be huge. A lot of these guys are going to key on Cheyenne and Harper, but, man, Benson, he's got to have a big game, and that was a big carry for him.
So 2nd and 3 for the Blue Jays as we just cross the 4-minute mark here. Harper under center takes the snap. He hands off to Brock Benson again, who's met by a big-time Jet. I don't even think he gained a yard.
Yep, about a yard, I think. He's going to be about 1.5 too short. But nice run there. That was the boy we talked about earlier. Obviously, the Worm kid coming in from that defensive tackle spot. But was that a trap play, Coach?
I think that's just a base give right there, just a dive, because everybody just kind of stood up. And I tell you what, that Worm kid at 6'2", 280 pounds, he's a big man to move.
Aldrich Harper sets his man in motion, pulls the handoff, he keeps it himself, but then he's tackled immediately, and there was number 78, Worm.
He made that play from the backside, so very
Zach
impressive.
Worm, big-time play. And as Chris McGowan mentioned, he is already going to a D1 school next year.
He's got another year of eligibility for high school.
Oh, 2 years.
He's only a junior.
My goodness.
Yeah, he's only a junior.
My goodness. Well, he's tall. You can see him out there like Mike Zehner said, 6'4", 280 pounds. That is not something you want to see coming at you. As it's 4th and 1, and it looks like the Blue Jays are going to go for it. Aldrich Harper on his own 45-yard line sets Cheyenne Allen in motion, and he hands it to Cheyenne Allen. The all-time rushing leader gets the first down and more. At the end of the day, you put your faith in him.
I tell you what, that is a gutsy call by Coach Lambert. Big game like this, in these field conditions, you probably want to play the battlefield field position, but I tell you what, that's showing a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in your front line to be able to get that yard and a half.
That's a big first down. We're a yard away from going into their territory. Again, battle of field position in games like these, and right now North Judson's winning that. Got the I slot formation, so I think a little more ISO. Yep.
Harper takes the snap, hands off. That's Cheyenne Allen. Maybe 2 on the carry. As you're right, Mike, the Jets just fly all over the place on defense. They're able to really shrink that space very fast.
That 4-3 defense as well. So they got 4 down linemen, 3 inside linebackers, 2 safeties, 2 corners. They basically really got an extra guy in between the tackle box.
So 2nd and 7, under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The clock is running fast. Senior quarterback Aldrich Harper under center takes the snap, and Brock Benson breaks away big time. Huge run from Brock Benson. It's close to the first down, if not.
Oh, yeah, that's first down.
And it is. They are going to move the chains. Boy, Brock Benson has had those types of runs all year long.
nice job by the guys up front because they moved Worm over to the other side of the defensive line, and nice double team and really get him sealed and allow Benson to run free there.
Now, that was a trap. That looked like they trapped him right there. So, again, got a little bit too far upfield, was able to get the fullback up underneath him. So, great play call by North Judson.
1st and 10, ball in the Jets 40. Aldrich Harper under center. He takes the snap. Several fake hands off before he finds the one he wants. That's number 7.
Cole Wilcox.
Cole Wilcox on the carry.
Yeah, nice job by Cole here. He's a sophomore, but he doesn't look like a sophomore.
No.
He's a well-put-together kid.
That sophomore class here at North Judson is something else with him and Brock Benson. Unbelievable. So the clock continues to run under a minute, as this is probably the fastest first quarter I can recall throughout this whole season, Chris.
Well, when nobody throws the ball, it's going to go quick.
We are still scoreless here at Liberty Field, 0-0 in this big-time rematch semi-state game. Aldrich Harper under center takes the snap. It's Cheyenne Allen to do some work up the left side. He pushes his way forward. And it looks like there may have been a ball loose, and it was fumbled and picked up by the Adams Central Jets at about the 33-34 yard line. A tough fumble.
Yeah, kid got his helmet right on the ball there. It looked right at the last minute and popped it loose. So.
Well, and we heard head coach Brett Lambert talking the Saturday Sports Line last week when Cheyenne Allen fumbled that ball early on against Park Tudor. He knew to get the ball right back in Cheyenne Allen's hands because Cheyenne is one of those guys. When something happens like that to him, you better believe he's going to remember it next time around. 21.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 as we are scoreless as the Adams Central Jets trot back out there. Ball on the 33-yard line. Boy, this is an exciting game. Black takes the snap. He hands off up the middle, and he's going to be met immediately. That was Bloom again on the carry as they are heavily relying on him right now.
Good Braden Moon, the guard there, blocking downfield. Nice job by the guard from Adams Central.
Well, the clock is going to run out. That will be the end of the first quarter here from Liberty Field, 0-0, as this is a tight ball game going down to the wire. I'm sure it feels like it right now. It may, as they'll flip sides and go the other way. Adams Central be ready to take this one. But what are your overall thoughts here this first quarter here, Mike?
This is exactly what I expected. Just two heavyweights going at it. I mean, this has been a fun game to watch so far. Just a clean, hard-hitting, football game, and that's exactly what we're talking about, the turnovers. And got to make sure, turn it over, again, in their territory. Let's not make sure they capitalize on those turnovers. Let's get the ball back here and go to work.
Chris, first quarter thoughts from you?
Again, both teams have turned the ball over once, just a hard-hitting football game. You wouldn't have expected anything different. There was last year's game, Adams Central ran 4 plays and scored 4 consecutive touchdowns. So I think they have realized that they're in for a fight tonight.
A little bit different than last year's matchup, I'd say. As we are getting ready for second quarter action, as it is still scoreless. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Jets. Ball on the 36-37 yard line in Jet territory.
Harper running off the field there late.
Yeah, Cheyenne Allen was getting his hand taped up, and so just substituted in.
Black under center takes the snap for the Jets. That's Bloom again up the right sideline, and he's trucking himself forward. Looks like he may have the first down.
Looked like Cheyenne get tackled over there, or a blindside hit, but nothing called.
Blindside crackback right there, and no call there. The receiver did a good job of getting his head in front and at the point of attack, but first down for Adams Central.
Well, we haven't seen the Jets move the chains much tonight, but there's one right there as it'll be 1st and 10, ball on their own 37-yard line. We are in the second quarter. We appreciate you joining us here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI for this semi-state matchup. A very exciting game here at Liberty Field as Ryan Black, the senior quarterback for the Jets, takes the snap and hands off to Bloom again, who's going to get maybe 4 on the carry.
Just going right back to that little belly play where they insert the slot right into the inside linebacker and fullback just right up the gut there in B-gap.
I tell you what, Adams Central's thrown a bunch of different formations here. They had actually trips to the right side there and ran that play to the weak side.
So 11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Switching some linemen around there now. A true overlook there where the tackle's eligible.
Black sits his man in motion, hands off the Bloom up the middle, and that was a great handoff play. He gained maybe 3 or 4 on the carry again.
Can't fall asleep there with number 16 playing left tackle. Could slip him out for a pass here later.
Trevor Curie, number 16, the junior, will definitely keep an eye out for him. As this is 3rd and 1, big-time play for the Jets and Blue Jays here, as it's going to be another quarterback sneak, and they are going to get the first down and more before they call it dead at about the 41-yard line in Blue Jay territory.
Thought maybe that would be the strength for the Jays there. They got a freshman playing center. The Frabel kid is 6'1", 185 freshman, so we'll see what they do here.
1st and 10 for the Jets, coming up on 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's 0-0, a tightly contested game as Ryan Black, the quarterback senior for the Jets, is under center, takes the snap. It's another QB sneak. It's working for him, and they are making it happen. Another maybe 4 to 5 yard gain on that play.
Yeah, I didn't think they were in the 3 techniques that time. They were earlier in the game, but not that time, so we'll see.
So the QB sneak is working early for the Jets as it's 2nd and 5. Ball on the 36-yard line. Black under center again. Takes the snap. Now he hands off. No, he keeps it himself. Now he's running up to the level. He's got the 30. Now to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. It's a Ryan Black touchdown for the Adams Central Jets. They strike first.
Yep, just a quarterback keep. Pull the guard and wrap, and everybody goes with the fake to the fullback, so definitely, I know they've worked on that all week because they ran that about 20 times last week.
Again, it's just a matter of reading your keys and trusting your keys and trusting what you see and staying disciplined and staying home.
So a fast play puts 6 points on the board on the quarterback keep as the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick is up and away, and it is good. 7-0, Adams Central leads here with 9:30 to go in the second quarter. A lot of time left.
No doubt. This is where we're made of, right? This is what how you respond right here. And kind of like Coach said last week, right? You said last week that Coach wanted to get the ball back in Cheyenne's hands.
Yeah, right away.
I believe that's what's going to happen here in this next drive.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Hope you're doing good tonight, Joe. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. We also, tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. So the Jets will be set to kick this one away deep to return. It looks like that's Cole Wilcox, number 7. Looks like they want to try to force him to get the ball as he's the only one deep.
I like a Cheyenne in front of him, so.
Oh, I see him there now.
Yeah, maybe expect a little pooch here. I bet they kick away from him, to be honest.
So Trevor Curie to do the kicking duties for the Jets. He kicks it deep, and it is going to be Cole Wilcox who brings this back from the 10-yard line. He crosses the 20, now to the 25, leaps over it. Wow. And he gets tackled at about the 28-yard line. He leaped over a Jet and then got tackled at about the 30-yard line. A big-time return for Cole Wilcox.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play there in those conditions. So, a little frozen tundra, right?
Putting it on the line. But I think that's a testament to what head coach Brett Lambert was saying to his guys yesterday. Hey, this is, in some cases, win or lose, this is the last game at Liberty Field. You've got to put it all out on the line, and that's what Cole Wilcox did right there. Put his body on the line as senior quarterback Aldrich Harper's under center. Brock Benson behind him. He sets Cheyenne Allen in motion. Now he takes the snap and tosses out to Cheyenne Allen, who's got a lot of room before he's tackled. No, he gets about the 39-yard line. That was a 9-yard gain by Cheyenne Allen. A really good play.
Well, I thought we might have seen that earlier with just a quick rocket. I call that a rocket sweep right out there. And I figured with the field conditions, maybe they're hesitant to roll that play, but that's their go-to play with Cheyenne, no doubt.
So exactly what Brett Lambert said he would do last week. He did it again tonight. He put the ball right in Cheyenne's hand the next play, as Cheyenne Allen is the all-time leading rusher here at North Judson-San Pierre. Aldrich Harper under center takes the snap, pulls the handoff. Now he's going to keep it himself up the right side, but he gets tackled immediately. Number 14 closed the gap quick. That was Jack Hamilton, the junior, on the play. Big-time tackle from him.
Yeah, that's that safety position. We talked about 22 doing that. He's the safety on the other side. So very impressive job by that safety running the alley and making that play on the quarterback.
So 3rd and 1 now for the Blue Jays with 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The Adams Central Jets lead 7-0 as this is shaping up to go to distance.
Back to their I formation with the slot to the field. So
Aldrich Harper under center in the I formation, sets Cole Wilcox in motion. Now he hands off to Cheyenne Allen up the right side trying to find space. And he gets
down.
And he is going to get the first down. You're right, before he gets knocked. Well, I don't think he got knocked out of bounds. It is about the 40-yard line, and they are going to move the chains. Did he get knocked out of bounds?
They'll tell us here in a second. I don't know. Yep.
No, he did not get knocked out of bounds. The clock stops on the first down.
Okay.
Get set.
I wondered. So the clock continues to roll as Cheyenne Allen stayed in bounds. It is now 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays as they move the chains. Ball on their own 40-yard line.
Back to the ice slot.
7:30 to go. Aldrich Harper sets his man in motion. Now he takes the snap. Looks like that's Cheyenne Allen up the middle, who's met by a couple of Jets, and he doesn't get much on the play.
Little dummy motion there by North Judson, where they've been going with the wing that goes in motion, and they motioned away and then went opposite of that. So good key breakers right there.
Yeah, just trying to give that defensive front for Adams Central something different to look at, different eye candy.
Little eye candy.
Little Skittles for
Little
them, right?
Skittles.
Right.
God, I love the lingo you guys come up with. All right, 2nd and 10, under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Aldrich Harper under center takes the snap, tosses out to Cheyenne Allen, who works his way forward, maybe 3-4 yards on the carry before he's tackled. 3 Jets again, all on him. They have their eyes on Cheyenne Allen.
Nice job by the offensive line there. They've been cutting Storm quite a bit and definitely slowing him down a little bit. He seems a step slower than what he was in the first quarter.
So a concerted effort by the offensive line. They know who to look for there in Worm. As it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Blue Jays. A tough one here. Ball on their own 44-yard line as Aldrich Harper breaks the snap, breaks the huddle and walks up to the line of scrimmage from under center is where he's going to take it. Takes the snap. Now he rolls out to his right to throw. He finds his man, and it's incomplete.
Tried to hit the fullback out of the backfield. Looked like it was a great pass. First pass play of the game.
Yeah, first pass play of the game. You're exactly right. But incomplete. It was intended target was Brock Benson. It's going to be 4th down for the Blue Jays.
Nice job covering for Adams Central there. Got underneath that route. But good throw. I mean, he was right there in his hands, so got to make those.
And so here we are, the first punt of the game. And I tell you what, for North Judson and Adams Central last week against Carroll was bringing a lot of pressure on the punt team of Carroll.
Max Hamilton is the defense.
Burn a timeout
So some
here.
issues here is the snap, and it goes over the head of Quentin Frazier as he's going to try to get the punt away, and he does barely. And it gets over into Jet territory. Boy, Quentin Frazier saved the day on that one as it was a high snap. He was somehow able to bring it down and get the punt away as the ball bounces at about the 39-yard line in Jet territory. Well, they will take over.
Yeah, nice job by him to get the ball off. That's tough to do, and really Adams Central looked like they were trying to set up a return there instead of the block, so worked out perfect for the Jays.
You forget about that a lot of times when you're standing on that sideline.
So 1st and 10 for the Jets, 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Ryan Black, the senior quarterback for the Jets, under center. He takes the snap and hands off to Bloom, who's got a lot of space and crosses the 50-yard line to the 40, now to the 35-30, 25-20. Blue Jays after him, 10-5. He's going to score a touchdown. Number 6, Keegan Bloom, the junior, big-time touchdown for the Adams Central Jets as they go up 13-0 here in North Judson.
Yeah, it's frustrating, man. Same play they've been running, and North Judson's been doing a nice job of stuffing them. Nothing different formation-wise. Actually, the double slot, the same formation that North Judson runs, and just the cutback players weren't there to pursue it, looked like, and off to the races.
So they will do the extra kick for the extra point here. As to do the kicking duties is Trevor Curie, number 16. The snap, the hold, the kick is up and away, and it is good. That makes the score 14-0 here in North Judson. Not the way the Blue Jays wanted things to go here. As plenty of time, but 6 minutes to go here in the first half, Mike. It's a little tough right now to explain.
Yeah, they've got a few few first downs. They've moved the ball, consistently. Just haven't finished some drives. But really got to eliminate those big plays because those two scores came off two big plays, and right now that's the difference in the ball game.
We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Today's sports broadcast is also brought to you in part by Dairy Queen of Winamac. We thank them for being part of the community and supporting local high school sports. Finally, Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Hope you're doing well this evening, Mark. All right, 5:47 to go here in the second quarter. It's 14-0. The Adams Central Jets lead. As, this is just turned around quickly for the Blue Jays. They're going to need to do something here before the end of the first half, I'd say. As Trevor Curie is going to send this one deep into Blue Jay territory. Deep to return is Cole Wilcox. We also see Trey McGowan and Cheyenne Allen. The kick is up and away, and it's going to be Cole Wilcox who brings it from the 10. Crosses the 15, out of the 20. He's met by a Jet, gets forward to about the 23, 24-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will take over.
Cole Wilcox on the kickoff return to the 24-yard line, so that's where North Judson will set up.
Chris, is it warmed up down there at all?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. North Judson here needs to answer with the drive here and put some points on the board. North Judson does get the ball to start the second half, so you can get back-to-back possessions here for North Judson and get yourself back into this game.
No doubt. This first half's gone real fast with a 5:41 to go.
Aldrich Harper on 1st and 10 takes the snap. He hands off to Cheyenne Allen up the left side, who's met immediately by number 22, Gavin Cook, the senior. Big-time tackle for him.
They've been really able to wrap up.
Yeah, nice job. That safety fill in there. It's tough to block those guys. He's playing that strong safety position away from Cheyenne, so I'm sure he's there for a reason.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Blue Jays with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The Jets lead 14-0. Aldrich Harper under center takes the snap, hands off to Cheyenne Allen up the middle, who barrels his way forward. It took 3 Jets to bring him down as he is going to get the first down and move the chains. I think he liked that one too. Actually, I think it was Brock Benson. Yeah, Brock Benson on the carry. My apologies. I get him and Cheyenne Allen mixed up too many times this season, as that was Brock Benson, the sophomore, on a big-time carry up the middle for a first down. Under 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Ball on their own 37-yard line. Harper takes the snap. He hands off up the middle. That is Brock Benson again, who's still on his feet before he's tackled. Maybe 4 on the carry.
Yeah, nice big run, man. You don't have to be disappointed with a 5-yard gain.
No.
Just keep chunking away. I know there's plenty of time left here to put something on the board.
Well, you can see the snowflakes falling here in North Judson, a beautiful sight. Until you look at the scoreboard, it's just not going the Blue Jays' way right now as they're trying to fight their way back in it. Senior quarterback Aldrich Harper under center. Ball on the 43-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. He sets his man in motion. Now he takes the snap. Fake hands off. Keeps it himself up the right hand. Now he gets to about the 47-yard line before he's tackled.
Another first down for the Jays.
And they will be moving the chains. A big-time run from Aldrich Harper. A smart move.
I'd like to see him sink those hips a little bit, get his cleats in the ground, and try to get south there. You're not going to be able to run sideline to sideline against this Adams Central defense. So he needs to get south a little bit quicker there, and I think that's a home run play.
First and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. Aldrich Harper under center, ready to take this one. He does. Now he hands off. No, fake handoff. He keeps it himself. He's going to use the option, and he pitches out to Cheyenne Allen up the left sideline before he's tackled right in front of the Jet sideline at about the 47-yard line in Jet territory.
Nice job by North Judson. They actually got up to that safety to allow that three-phase of the triple option. So nice job getting a block on 22 there.
So 2nd and 5 for the Blue Jays as they are in Jet territory now. Ball on the 47-yard line. Aldrich Harper under center. Looks like an I formation. He's going to take the snap and pitch out to Cheyenne Allen, who cuts his way up the middle trying to gain something. He may get to the 45-yard line before he's tackled, so maybe 2 on the carry. As we just passed the 3:30 mark here in the second quarter, it is still 14-0. The Adams Central Jets lead over the Blue Jays. It's 3rd and 4 for the Blue Jays. A big time down here as Aldrich Harper's under center. Brock Benson behind him. He hands off to Brock Benson up the middle, who's going to chuck his way forward and get the first down.
Nice job. Nice run by Brock Benson to lower the shoulder pads, get the first down. It's exactly what they needed. 3 minutes to go here in half.
Well, you can see Brock Benson is juiced up after that one. Right now, he's looking like the guy for them. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Ball on the 40-yard line. Aldrich Harper under center. He takes the snap, hands off to Cheyenne Allen up the middle. He's going to get maybe 2 to 3 yards before he's tackled. Again, just like you said, Mike, 3 to 4 yards is what you want to try to get there, and they got it.
Yeah, don't be disappointed you don't get the big play every play. I mean, you're moving the ball, you're moving the chains. This is the drive they needed for sure.
Yeah, right here, though, 2:23 left in the first half. Clock going to become their enemy.
Get all 3 timeouts, and they're on their side of the field there. I like it.
Harper takes a snap. He hands off up the middle again. Brock Benson, as he's getting several calls his way right now. Another 3 to 4 yard gain for him.
They ran right over the Bloom kid, number 6, and really put him on his back. So nice job by the lineman.
So 3rd and 4. Harper under center takes a snap, pulls the fake handoff. Now he keeps it himself, trying to move his way forward to the 30-yard line.
Going back to that midline play where they kept it. They've been riding the fullback on this drive, and nice job and good play call by coach.
Yeah, so fourth and a very short one here for North Judson. They're going to call it, take their first timeout.
I think it's a good timeout here. Get the troops rallied here, especially after that basically a no gain there.
So that stops the clock at 1:34 to go here in the first half. It'll be 4th and 1. I'm interested to see what head coach Brett Lambert has in store for this 4th down play here. Chris, what do you think? You think the Blue Jays go for it here?
Well, I think the first thing he's doing is taking a look at the eyes of his players and see who's into this game right now, and kind of getting a feel for what they're seeing up front defensively, and going to come out probably with I'm thinking either Cheyenne with a toss or Brock Benson up the gut.
Well, Mike, what do you think here? You think the Blue Jays are going to go for it here?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. There's not a doubt in my mind that they're going to go for it here. Does no good to punt it away. This is out of field goal range, and they want to answer here before half. Got 2 timeouts left, 1:34. They may be talking a little bit more after we get this first down with that confidence. Make sure we're on the ball ready for the next play. They may do 2 plays here.
So we'll see what happens as it's 4th and 1 with 1:34 to go here in the second quarter. As Aldrich Harper is ready to take this one. It looks like he's going to get it from under center.
A little more of a goal line set, a little 5-man front here by the Jets.
Harper takes a snap, hands off to Brock Benson up the left side.
Oh, yeah,
he is going to get the first down. And you're right, Chris. It looks like he looked in the eyes of who
and look
of
at
his
them, they're
guys.
right on the ball, so they know what they're getting the call.
Just like Mike said, they're going to turn around and make something happen here quick with 1:25 to go. The clock continues to roll. It's 14-0. The Adams Central Jets lead. Harper under center takes the snap. He tosses out to Cole Wilcox up the right sideline. He's got a lot of room before he's tackled at about the 23-yard line. Big time toss run from him.
Nice job by Cole. Obviously, I think they have their defense set 2 away from, obviously, Cheyenne. So nice play call there to get him into the boundary.
Great blocking out in the perimeter by Cheyenne Allen and Josiah McDaniel there.
2nd and 3. Aldrich Harper takes the snap. He hands off up the middle to Brock Benson, and they're going to call a timeout as they get the first down with 51.1 seconds to go. That's the second charge timeout for the Blue Jays.
Thought maybe they try to run another play since the clock stops with the chains moving, but going to burn one more here before inside the 20, though. This is exactly what we wanted.
If you can come away with a score here, I'd say that is big time. They get the ball to start the second half. This is a huge play right now for the Blue Jays. I'm not a coach, so I can't say that for sure, but it feels like it from an outside perspective. If they score here, this is a big-time moment for them.
Yeah, coach may be just going over, hey, this situational football as well. Hey, right now, if we toss it in the boundary, go ahead and go out of bounds if you're going to get tackled. Don't try and get an extra 2 yards because time is critical now with one timeout.
Yeah, one timeout to go for the half for the Blue Jays. It is 14-0. The Jets lead. And Chris McGowan still on the sideline, staying warm. We appreciate you being down there, Chris. I hope you're enjoying the first front row access down there.
I'm loving it. Again, North Judson in the red zone, and this is football weather.
So they're ready to go. Aldrich Harper under center, sets Cole Wilcox in motion. He pulls the fake handoff. He throws up the middle. It's up in the air, and it is going to be intercepted by the Jets. Aldrich Harper threw the pass, and it got deflected as it left his hand. It went high in the air, about 20 feet in the air, and there was an Adams Central Jet just ready to catch it. As it is an interception, it'll be a turnover there. The Jets are going to take over on their own 18-yard line. Boy, a disappointment there.
Yeah, Bloom came in there, the fullback that made that big play last series on offense, made a big play on defense to really block it, and then it was actually Worm, and then he grabbed it first, but I don't think he finished the interception.
So, yeah, Bloom on the play there, as it looks like the Jets need it there.
Yeah, they're content with a 2-score lead here. They don't want to turn the ball over in this situation.
And the clock is still running.
Yeah, the clock continued to run, and then the Blue Jays finally take their third time out here. Interesting.
No, I agree with this. You got 2-score lead. You got all the momentum right now. You do not want to turn it over inside the 20 and give it right back to North Judson before. So I believe
this might be what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're just going to need it again. Hope Judson used their timeout. Can't take them with you. Why not? They could risk a fumbled snap and they could recover here.
Interesting. Boy, I'm telling you, I am getting a second education here in working with Chris McGowan and Mike Zahner. These guys are gurus beyond years I could ever learn, but boy, I am getting a first-class education in football these last 2 weeks. You better believe it.
I don't know about that. I'm not coaching out there, so might be a reason I'm up here.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
There's definitely a reason why I'm on the sideline reporting.
Jesus, guys. Just let me give you some props, guys. Let me give you some props. Come on now.
We don't like that stuff.
So 1st and 10 for the Jets. I thought they'd ran a play.
Yeah, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 for the Jets.
They're looking just to knee it again, it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong.
Looks like, yeah, Brett Lambert's talking to a couple of the officials. He may
trying to get the time relayed up to the press box on what to put on it.
Oh, interesting.
Put on the clock.
They're going to put 44.1 on the clock at 33.4 right now.
So they've got their walkie-talkies down on the field to get the official word from the officials to tell the guys in the booth here. Of course, our PA announcer tonight is Nate Radke. The clock operator is Bill Ransom, and the play clock operator tonight is Gary Baxter. As they've been here for the Blue Jays all year, they are veterans, and they know exactly what they're doing. Good group of guys here in the booth.
Your thoughts on this first half and the performance of these two?
As they've now put 44.1 seconds on the board for the rest of the first half here. It hasn't gone the Blue Jays' way. It's 14-0. Adams Central leads here in this rematch from last year's semi-state game. Unbelievable. Same game, same place, same time, 364 days to the day. And Adams Central right now has the best of the Blue Jays. So Ryan Black, the senior, takes it from under center and kneels, and that starts the clock. As that may be the last play, maybe run one more.
He's going to have to run one more based on the clock.
So we'll have to run one more as it's now 3rd and 10, and he does knee it. As that will be the end of the first half. The score is 14-0. The Adams Central Jets lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays here in a semi-state battle. Everyone is waiting to see what happens at the end of this game. Boy, you will not want to go anywhere for second half football action. We are going to take a break and get ready for the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbia along with Culver Cavalier head football coach Mike Zahner. Chris McGowan, our sports analyst, is down on the sidelines. As we'll see if Brett Lambert has a few moments for Chris McGowan. And it doesn't look like Chris is going to get a chance with him for that. But we'll go ahead and take a break here as we'll be right back for the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Rick Rab 5-star in the Knox Ball. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends at 5-star.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners, all of our friends at the radio stations. Make 5-star your holiday shopping headquarters. Our family granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $2.49. Our family canned vegetables, corn and green beans, assorted varieties, 14 to 15 ounce, 88 cents. Here's a new one in the meat department. Standard Pride ground beef. It's a 73% lean, 3-pound chub, $5.99. Where's that 5-star?
Yeah. Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show on K99.3 FM. Here's Mitch Columbia.
Welcome back to Liberty Field here in North Judson, Indiana, as a semi-state battle is going down to the line here, 14-0 as the Adams Central Jets lead over the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. I am Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the field. We also have head coach of the Culver Cavaliers, also the athletic director over at Culver, Mike Zahner. Let's go ahead and bring in, Mike, your overall opinion of the first half so far.
Hey, I believe this is exactly what we expected. You know, we talked about turnovers and making sure you capitalize on those if you're the guy that receives them. You know, and so far Adams Central is the only one that's capitalized on those. There's been some turnovers by both teams. You know, and 2 big plays. We didn't really talk about that in the pregame, but didn't know if there would be with these field conditions. But the fullback Blum had a big play, and then obviously Black, the quarterback, had a big play on the keeper around the edge. So. You know, that's really the difference. You know, my message at halftime would be, hey, don't panic. We get the ball at half. Let's take it down. They just showed that they could put a very nice drive together. You know, time was ticking. Tried to throw a pass there and surprise them a little bit, and just didn't quite go their way. But you got to be they found something that's working, and that's obviously Benson, the fullback, and what he's doing, getting 5-6 yards of carry, popping up for 9-10. So he's having a nice game. Again, they are setting their defense to away from Cheyenne for a reason. Yeah. That's where you're going to have their better defensive players are there, and I think their big runs have come away from or to Cheyenne's side actually. So.
Well, Chris, you've been down on the sidelines battling the weather just like the guys have. What is your overall opinion on the weather? Do you think it's really causing problems for the Blue Jays?
I don't think it's causing problems for the Blue Jays. I just think, right now, Adams Central was able to convert the one turnover into a touchdown, and then the very next play, the very next series, they get another stop and then another big home run. But North Judson has been able to move the ball here in the first half, just haven't been able to get the ball in the end zone. So, again, North Judson gets the ball to start the second half. You come out, you put one on the board. It's a one-possession game. Anything can happen. You're right back into it.
Well, we appreciate you joining us as we are the only broadcasting team in the area broadcasting this live. We are so glad to be here for you as 14-0, a tough game for the Adams Central Jets against the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Just a crazy way how this went down a year ago to play in the same game at the same place against the same team with the same things on the line. I mean, how do you explain that?
Just obviously two good programs and doing what they've been doing, and Adams Central, I actually serve on the IFCA board with Coach Moser over there at Adams Central. He's such a stand-up guy, great guy. So we actually, the two of us, along with 8 other coaches in the state of Indiana, get to help select like the 1A All-State team. And so it's always nice. There's a representative from each section and a couple other guys added to it. So, but he's a very, very stand-up guy, very good football coach in what he does, obviously. And, he's down to earth, great guy to talk to. I always like bouncing some ideas off of him here and there, just those relationships we built through the IFCA.
Chris, is this first half at all the way you imagined it being?
It is. I mean, you got a great program in Adams Central who's been there, done that for a long time. So, again, they lost a few pieces from last year's state runner-up team, and if you ask their coaching staff, they let one get away in that state championship game last year, and again, they're out for a chance at redemption as well.
Yeah.
So again, you never know. You would hope that the home field advantage would come through for North Judson. And you know what? This game's a long way from being over. We've got 24 minutes still left of football to play, so anything can happen. But, I thought maybe North Judson would be able to pop a big play here or there. And Adams Central definitely has the capability of doing that. You saw that with the 2 long runs. So, again, North Judson just got to stay disciplined on defense and trust their keys.
Well, we do have one good thing to report for Blue Jays fans. The Blue Jays will be receiving first to start the second half. So, just like Chris said, a lot of time to make something happen. We are going to take a break as the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is our halftime show. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. That's 574-936-4660. Hope you're doing good tonight, Brian. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. More halftime action to talk about as this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Back for more here at Liberty Field in North Judson, Indiana. I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Mike, a lot going on here. We've talked about things from a North Judson-San Pierre side of perspective. Now let's flip it over to the Adams Central side of things. What do you think Coach Mosier's telling his Jets right now at the halftime break?
Well, he's telling them we got to get a stop here to start the half. He just witnessed North Judson run it down their throat. I think if North Judson had a little bit more time on that clock, rather being under a minute, they score on that drive. Setting up a pass there, not what they wanted to do when they were running the ball well with the fullback, and then mixing in Cheyenne and Wilcox as well. So, they got to get some stops. I did see a couple blocking schemes change there, and it was good for North Judson. It looked like they were getting to the safeties a lot better, and because those guys have been running the alley, doing a nice job. Both number 22 and I believe 14. So those guys have been making some plays, and they've been making them from the strong safety and free safety position.
Well, Chris, I'll ask you the same thing. If you were in the locker room right now and you were head coach Mosier of the Adams Central Jets, what would you be telling your guys in the locker room right now?
That there's still 24 minutes of football left to be played, and we have to stay focused and execute because North Judson's capable of putting a lot of points on the board at any moment. So, again, just don't let up on the gas and just execute and keep and stick to the game plan.
Well, we don't know if we'll get a word with head coach Brett Lambert, but I bet head coach Michael Mosier's in a good mood. We might be able to catch a word with him, but we'll keep an eye on that as this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. We are going to take one final break and get back and ready for second half semi-state football action. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Hey folks, Auto Park Ford of LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, call Glenn Bailey at 574-842-5000. Hope you're doing well this evening, Glenn, as we are getting ready for second half semi-state football action with under 4:30 to go on the halftime clock. Boy, I need some chili or something warm. I'm getting a little cold up here in the booth, Chris. I know you don't like hearing that down there on the sideline, but I'm getting a little cold up here.
Hey Chris, I noticed Mitch didn't run down to do interviews at halftime like he did last week.
That's right.
Well, Chris promised me he'd make it happen.
Well, hey, but I look at the head coach, and he just kind of looks right through me.
Yeah.
Not getting that interview.
Yeah. Well, and I understand. You saw Brett Lambert. He stopped to talk with somebody. He didn't want to talk to him in the first place. So maybe we'll see if we can get a chance with Michael Mosier. But you're right, Chris. You did your best. I appreciate it. And I don't know how you're standing down there that long. It is colder than it was last week. That's for sure.
Well, I got a few more layers on this week.
I want to know if the girls' basketball team's still here. Where are they at?
Actually, there's one player walking here in the front, just right down in front of the press box.
Okay, yep, I see the green.
She got some nachos, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they probably hit the concession stand, it looks like.
I'm surprised they didn't bring you anything.
I don't even see them have little radios in either. Are they not listening to you?
They hear enough of me during the week, so...
Boy,
they probably mute you during the week too, don't they?
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I get loud, they just look at me and laugh. So they're getting used to me.
Well, Coach, I don't know. Is nachos and cheese on your nutrition plan?
As long as it's got food, it's in my nutrition plan. It doesn't matter what it is.
His nutrition plan, not the team's nutrition plan, right?
Yeah.
Well,
As long as it's anything with vegetables, I'm good.
I mean, Chris, we need to reiterate again to our listeners who may have not heard it in the pregame. Chris McGowan is a head basketball coach, of course, for the girls' team there at Tri-Township. You were supposed to have practice tonight, but you canceled practice, correct?
Yeah, the girls came to me last night after the game and said, Coach, we want to go watch football. Some of us have never seen a football game. So we want to go to North Judson. I'm like, okay, we'll cancel practice. We'll go get some pizza before the game, and showed up, and they're all bundled up. So they were excited.
Well, you know, our very own Lenny Dessauer has even gone above and beyond and said the next time you lose a bet, make sure to take him to Papa Farm Pizza because he'll take care of you so you don't have to pay for it. But, boy, that's so cool that you have your whole team here and you're out there on the field looking good, looking sharp, and, boy, what a great game we were able to broadcast tonight. And, Mike, again, appreciate you being here. I was getting a little nervous there at the top of the hour, but I figured he's going. Did they make you pay to get in?
No, the traffic was horrible there. Getting over here, I took some county roads and cut across, but, man, they haven't really plowed those yet. But no,
they didn't make you pay?
No, I signed in. I signed in as Chris McGowan, so.
Well, we were joking off the air before the game started. I said, Chris, I maybe should have told him Mike's coming. Do you think they'll charge Mike? And Chris just said, well, we'll find out. So I didn't know if you were going to get charged to get in or not, but we're glad you didn't have to, as we are getting ready for the second half action as Adams Central is entering the field here. We'll see what we're able to make happen as a minute to go here in the halftime break as you see Chris McGowan edging his way over looking for Michael Mosier. As I was glad I got a chance to talk with him pregame, and you're right, very nice fella. He was gracious enough to take his time for that interview, as that was really nice of him. And but here come the Blue Jays here shortly, I think. You see the Adams Central Jets enter the field as they are ready for second half action. And here come the Blue Jays out of their halftime break. Boy, I'd have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that halftime. So,
Coach Mosier?
Down on the field is Chris McGowan with head coach of the Adams Central Jets, Michael Mosier.
All right, Coach Mosier, you got two big plays on offense and a big, huge stop there on defense to end the first half. What'd you say to your team at halftime?
We got to do it again. I mean, we got to continue to play hard. Both teams are playing real hard. They're a great football team, well coached. We got to continue to do that again. It's going to be a battle. They're not going to quit on us, and we got to be able to stop them. We got to win this game on defense, and we got to sustain our drives on offense.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck second half.
Well, that was interesting. He's very happy, I'd say. He told me that he wasn't sure if he'd have time for us, but in a good mood, evidently, as he saw Chris immediately and walked right up to him. We appreciate that, Chris, as that was a great insight of what Adams Central talked to their teammates at the halftime break. As we are getting set here, the anticipation, you're right. You could cut it with a knife, and then the first quarter just happens like that. Then the second quarter happens just like that.
Yeah, I was always told by coaches that played in the state championship games, whatever sport, and big games like this. I even tell my team when we play sectional championship games, I'm like, guys, this game is going to be one of the fastest ones in your life. Okay, enjoy every moment of it because it's going to be over just like that. Especially running football teams, we've had 2 pass plays the entire game. And they've been big plays.
All right, down on the sidelines is head coach Brett Lambert with sports analyst Chris McGowan.
All right, Coach, you gave up the 2 big plays defensively and then turned the ball over there right before halftime. What do you say to your team at halftime?
Just got to believe. I mean, we get the ball first here in the second half. We know we can play with these guys. A couple of bad mistakes on defense. We're turning the ball over. We just got to hold on to it. Hey, we're still at Liberty Field. We still get the ball first here. It's only a 2-score game. I even told him, I said, back in the 80s, I think we were down 13-0 in the fourth quarter. We won a semi-state. So you got to believe in each other. I know these guys will.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Boy, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. You deserve a raise after that one. That was awesome.
We'll give you double nachos here.
We'll give you double nachos. By the way,
thanks, fellas.
I actually have a real check for you. I just forgot it this time. But I will get it to you, I promise. So
if Coach Radke's listening,
if Coach Radke's listening, he's going to be out in the parking lot waiting for me. I'll tell you that. Right.
Our fourth quarter analyst is Coach Russ Radke.
Yeah. Boy, that would be fun. And talking with all the coaches in our area has just been a joy. I'm so happy that Harold Welter had you guys whipped into shape, because I didn't have to do much to say, are you coming in on Saturday? Are you available on Saturday? All the coaches were just ready to go, whipped into shape. Coming into a broadcasting company like this, I mean, I'm thankful every day that Harold Welter put in the 57 years to make things happen. Here we are, the home team broadcasters. We were worried we weren't going to be put in the booth, and you better believe we're front and center of the 50-yard line, Harold. They took care of us the way they should. First-class service here at North Judson-San Pierre. We're getting ready for third quarter action, and boy, my blood is curdling. I'm getting excited now. This is a chance for the Blue Jays to make something happen. If you're the Adams Central Jets, though, you want to continue this pressure that you put on the Blue Jays. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to start the third quarter.
Well put by Coach Lambert, just to bring the history of what they have over there in North Judson. And being down 13-0, we'll go right into the kickoff here.
So that's number 16, Trevor Curie, to do the kicking duties. Deep to return this is Cheyenne Allen. They're making it happen as Trey McGowan is going to he is going to return this from the 15-yard line. He crosses the 30, now to the 34 before he's tackled, and we are underway to start the second half.
Hey, good field position here to start the second half here, 35-yard line. I think they're going to get a steady dose of Brock Benson here early, just like they did that series right before half.
Yeah, I've been asked to make an announcement. If the fans that are in the south end zone up on the hill are sitting in their cars listening to the radio, please turn your headlights off.
Well, we'll see if any lights go off. We'll find out if they're listening.
Got a few over there.
So Aldrich Harper takes the snap. Looks like that was Brock Benson on the carry up the left sideline. And he may have gained a yard or two on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Blue Jays. My apologies. I was collecting my thoughts here. As Aldrich Harper, the senior quarterback, my apologies, he's going to take this one from under center. He does. He hands off to Brock Benson again, up the middle, maybe a yard or two.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 5 here early on in this series. Again, I figured they'd go to Brock here and doing a nice job double teaming the worm.
Yeah, they're focusing on worm, and that is that D1 commit, who's a junior, still has another senior season to go through, and he's going to be a D1 athlete. And, boy, you can tell it when you look out there on the D-line. He's 6'4", 280 pounds, big boy. So 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays. Here in the third quarter, Aldrich Harper takes the snap, fake toss. He's going to throw, and he has to throw it away immediately as there were Jets coming after him.
Trying to set up a screenplay there. Jets sniffed it out and actually got tangled up there, maybe even tackled the Benson there earlier. But, it looks like they moved Worm down. I don't know, Coach, you can see a little bit better than me, but it looks like they moved him down more to maybe a one technique and really got him kind of tilted on the center. Am I right?
Yeah, they looked like had a 1 and a 3 there in that 4-3 defense, kind of a split front. And North Judson here are going to have to punt on this first possession.
So they are, in fact, going to punt here on 4th and 5. Looks like that's Quentin Frazier to do the punting duties as it is up and away, and it bounces out of bounds in Jet territory at about the 33, 34-yard line.
This is going to be a big series here, big downs, big defensive stand here for the Judson Blue Jays. So hopefully they can, eliminate those big plays at the two they had in the first half. Because really after that, other than that, I mean, they've really done a nice job defensively.
Yeah, just those two fast plays that Mike had mentioned earlier is the Jets has scored on. Other than that, the defense has been there for the Blue Jays. It's just been two fast scores for the Jets in the first half. As Ryan Black, the senior, is going to take this under center. He does. Immediately hands off up the middle. It looks like that's going to be Keegan Bloom again. We hear a lot from him. He's the junior, 6'2", $195.
He's their fullback. Again, we talked about that in the pregame that the offense is going to run through him. Looks like North Judson walked their outside linebackers up a little more, a little tighter than what they did in the first half. So a little adjustment here.
So 2nd and 7 for the Jets. Ball on their own 36-yard line. Black takes the snap. He hands off up the middle. It looks like it's Bloom again, maybe 2 to 3 on the carry.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah, Adams Central just doing what they do. Fullback, fullback, fullback. And then the minute you take your eyes off the quarterback, he's kept it and around the end. So, again, North Judson's going to have to stay at home and be disciplined. Let the interior guys take care of the fullback and the outside linebackers take care of the quarterback.
3rd and 3 for the Jets. Black under center. Takes the snap. Fake hands off. He's keeping himself up the right side. He's going to get the first down and more across the 50-yard line out of the 45-40 before he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. 38 is where they're going to spot it.
Adams Central, a little formation. I think they did that in the first half where they put trips to the field and then put the big worm there on the other side and pulled him and then just led Black way down the sideline there. So big play for Adams Central.
So they move the chains and they move into Blue Jay territory. A big-time play for the Jets as they are looking good here to start the 3rd quarter. It's 14-0 as the Adams Central Jets lead here at Liberty Field. Senior quarterback of the Jets, Ryan Black under center. He's going to take this. Hands off the middle. It's Bloom, and he's met by Blue Jays immediately. I don't even think they gained a yard.
They're going to give him a yard. I don't know how, but
that's what I wondered.
I've always frustrated me. But they definitely got their slot inside inserted, but he did not block anybody. Judson did a nice job squeezing that defensive line down.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. You're right. They did give him a yard with under 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Black takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. A QB sneak up the middle and a lot of, maybe 5-6 on the carry.
Yeah, but he took a big shot there.
That's risky when you're putting your quarterback in position.
Yeah, nice hit there. Nice stick by Quentin Frazier, the senior.
So 3rd and 3 with 8:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the Blue Jays 32-yard line, and the Jets are charging. You can hear the Blue Jay faithful in the background making things happen loud for the Blue Jays as it's a handoff up the middle from Black to Bloom, and it looks like he's going to get the first down and move the chains.
Coach Lambert definitely rotating some D linemen here, so keeping people fresh. Got Coach Hall listening in. He sent me a text, so good to hear from Coach Hall from West Central. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, Mark Hall. Hope you're doing good this evening, Mark. We appreciate you joining us. It's been a few weeks since I talked to you. Hope you're doing all right. It's cold here. Under 8
Here's
minutes.
That trip set again. They've gone away from it every time.
Ryan Black, fake hands off. He's going to keep it himself up the right sideline, and he's going to get 5, maybe 6 on the carry. A big-time run from the senior, Ryan Black.
Again, trips to the field. They have Worm pulling with them and just lead him out in to the boundary there, to their sideline. So, again, North Judson looked like they maybe adjusted there and saw that. So, be big going forward.
Yeah. So, 2nd and 4 for the Jets, excuse me. As Ryan Black's going to take this one from under center. He does. He keeps it himself again. And he does turn around and hand off immediately. I don't know how he did that.
That is not what he was planning on doing.
I don't think
there.
so. It was a handoff to number 31 for the Jets. That was Aaron Hershey, the sophomore. And that gives the Jets another first down. Last second handoff, I'd say.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, last second handoff. Chris, did you see that?
Not from where I'm standing. I just saw one big sea of humanity, and then 31 just squirt through there.
Yeah, he definitely went for a sneak and then handed off late.
So Ryan Black takes the snap, hands off the Bloom up the middle again, and may have 2 or 3 on the carry.
Need a big play here, especially from the D-line. Doing a nice job closing down, just not getting the penetration that they're used to.
Terrific young man here at North Judson.
So it'll be
this offense is such a quick hitting offense.
Yeah. So 2nd and 6 for the Jets. Under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Black sets his man in motion. Now he hands off. No, he keeps it himself up the right sideline, and he is going to score another Adams Central Jet touchdown. That makes it 20-0 here in North Judson.
Yeah, just that basic belly keep, man. They're pulling the front side guard every time with that. And too many eyes are in the backfield on the fullback. When you run the fullback 90% of the time, and the other 10% goes to obviously their quarterback there.
So again, that's just trusting your keys and trusting what it is you are reading.
I'm sure that was in their game plan, because after watching about 5 plays, last week it was the same stuff.
Yeah. So for the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick is up and away, and it is good, making it 21-0. The Adams Central Jets lead the Blue Jays here in the third quarter with 6:20 to go. Boy, that is tough to swallow if you're a Blue Jay fan. We thank Patrick Auto Group for supporting local high school sports tonight. Located in Knox on US 35. Call 574-772-7272. That's Patrick Auto Group. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd Lawrence for supporting local high school sports.
Yeah, and every drive from here on, it seems like we keep saying that, but 6:20 to go in the third quarter here. Every drive is going to be a bigger, mean more and more as we go on. So got to make sure we get some points here, finish some drives, and really put it all together here.
Yeah, because now it comes down to a numbers game, just the number of possessions you're going to have, and you are going to have to be perfect if you're North Judson offensively, and you're going to have to try to create a couple turnovers defensively.
Yeah, I think I don't know the exact time on there, but they took well over 4 minutes off the clock there on that drive to put a score on the board.
So Trevor Curie for the Jets, ready to send this one deep into Blue Jay territory. It looks like that is going to be Cheyenne Allen who's going to bring it up the middle. He crosses the 30-yard line. He's got a lot of he almost broke through, but he gets tackled at about the 40-yard line as he had some space to work with.
Yeah, they switched him and Wilcox. Wilcox been the deep guy the entire game and switched him there. I don't know if it was late or what, but that nice return there by Cheyenne. Set him up 1st and 10 on the 40.
So right now we'll see what the Blue Jays have in store as it is 21-0. I don't think the Blue Jays have been in this position all season long. A very tough position to be in as Aldrich Harper, the senior quarterback from shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Brock Benson up the left side. He's going to try to get a couple of yards on the play before he's tackled.
First time we've seen the Buck series play there, so just a Buck sweep to the fullback and pull both guards, a kick and a wrap, and nice job by Benson there to get 3 yards.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Is it 2nd and 8 here? Blue Jays hoping to make something happen. Senior quarterback Aldrich Harper from the shotgun. Brock Benson to his right. He takes the snap, fake hands off to Brock, fires over the middle to Cheyenne Allen, and it's going to be intercepted.
Wow, they acted like it was an incomplete pass. But yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So it is called incomplete from the booth. It looked close as the Blue Jays get lucky with that one.
Good RPO there. They haven't shown too much of that. That's tough to defend. So when we talk about an RPO, he could actually give that or pass it and look like the inside linebacker bit on the run, and then he just opens it up. So nice play.
Yeah, trying to take advantage of the aggressive safeties.
Interesting. Well, we're learning a lot tonight as Aldrich Harper from shotgun takes the snap. He keeps it himself after a fake handoff. He's running out the side. Now he uses the option to Cole Wilcox, who crosses the 50-yard line and goes out of bounds at about the 45 in Jet territory. That gives the Blue Jays a first down.
Looked like number 14 took a pretty good shot there. So Jack Hamilton plays split end and then DB as well. So he's down on the turf.
You have no idea how long I spent at the office today trying to find out what SE meant. I called my buddy down in Indianapolis. Shout out to Matt Ketchum. I said, Matt, what is a SE position?
Split end.
He goes, oh, that's how they used to call him back in the day. They're really just a receiver. I had never seen SE all season long.
Are we getting paid for all this education?
Yeah, I know,
we're giving
right?
you? Just thinking if Coach Radke was there, man.
Yeah.
We'll be racking up by the second. Oh, man.
Nice first down run there. Puts them on their side.
If you are listening, Coach Russ Radke, we appreciate you tuning in as this game just hasn't gone the Blue Jays' way. your insight would be very much needed for some more excitement here, as it's just not going the Blue Jays' way at all tonight, Russ. 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. The Jets lead 21-0. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Aldrich Harper from shotgun. He's going to set Cheyenne Allen in motion. He takes the snap, a fake handoff, uses the motion, and he tips it to Cole Wilcox. It looked like there may have been a fumble on the play, and there is. Adams Central's going to come up with the fumble. Another one.
Trevor Curry gets a big-time play there. So, yeah, the junior, 6'2", 195, plays tight end and then turns around as a two-way player for him and plays defensive end as well.
Yeah, the pitch was a little bit behind the running back there, Cole Wilcox. And Curry was Johnny on the spot, was able to beat Cole to the ball.
Well, you saw Aldrich Harper run over to the sidelines, disappointed in himself, and you saw head coach Brett Lambert tap him on the helmet, trying to keep it positive, as that's what a good head coach does. It's just a tough situation they're in right now, as it's 1st and 10 for the Jets. Ball on the Blue Jays' 47-yard line. Ryan Black, the quarterback under center, takes the snap and hands off the Bloom up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 3-4 on the carry before he's tackled at about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, nice play by I couldn't tell what the number is. Number 50.
Tell you what, Adams Central has yet to attempt a pass in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they haven't. They haven't had to.
Shuffling linemen around again. Looks like they're going with a little over formation where tight end's ineligible.
2nd and 6. Black sets his man in motion. He takes the snap, keeps it himself after a fake handoff to Bloom up the right side. He's got a lot of space as he crosses the 35, now to the 30, and he's tackled as they are going to move the chains and get another first down.
There's that keep play again. Pull the place guard, and he just wraps. Inside linebacker got nosy there, and another big play for Adams Central.
So 4:30 to go here in the third quarter. It's all Jets, 21-0. As the Blue Jays need a big stop here. It's 1st and 10, ball on their own 32-yard line. As Ryan Black, the senior quarterback of the Jets, is under center again. Same formation that Mike had mentioned before. Sets the man in motion. Now he takes the snap, hands off to number 22, who doesn't get much on the play. That was Gavin Cook, the senior.
Just a true buck sweep play, just old school wing tee there. And nice job by the Jays, shutting it down, play side.
And that brings it to 2nd and 8 now. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That clock keeps on ticking. Ryan Black under center again. Takes the snap. It's a QB sneak up the middle. And he gets tackled at about the 25-yard line, as that QB sneak has been one they keep going back to, Mike.
Yeah, they like the run of that to the 3 technique. And I'm impressed with that little freshman center they got. It's like a 3rd and 4 here, 3?
Yeah, 3rd and 4, ball on the 30-yard, the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 4-down territory for Adams Central.
So the Blue Jay faithful making noise. They're still giving it their all here in North Judson as Black takes the snap and hands off up the middle to Bloom, and he's going to get the first down and more before he's tackled at the 15, 16-yard line. Man.
Very impressed with his junior, the fullback. Bloom's he's the real deal. He keeps his feet churning. He was kicking up snow there.
So a timeout on the field. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays are going to use their first of 3 here in the second half. They want to talk some things over. What do you tell your guys right now, Mike?
I'll just regroup. They haven't shown anything different than what they've shown on film, what they've prepped for all week. It's just read your keys and get there fast. I think, obviously it's tough to simulate speed and what they do and the size obviously they have up front, but man, you got to trust in what they're doing, what the game plan is, and just execute just a little bit faster, a little bit harder.
So you can see head coach Brett Lambert going over some things with his players. like Chris said earlier, he's looking into the eyes of his young men, trying to see who can provide things out there for him, trying to get them fired up. As right now, it is just tough to do anything. This cold weather has just really been a tough thing to deal with. As it is under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Inside the 20s, so.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Jets. Ball on the Blue Jays 16-yard line. They're trying to score again. Ryan Black, the senior, takes the snap. Fake hands off. He keeps it himself up the right sideline. He's got a lot of spaces. He's still on his feet. And he's going to score another touchdown by the Adams Central Jets as they go up 27-0 here in North Judson.
Much better job. I know he scored there, but much better job by the outside linebacker, not dipping inside to key on the fullback there. He actually kept us contained, but obviously when you got Worm out there blocking for you, that's 280 pounds of man that's going to get in front of you.
Yeah, what'd you see on that play, Chris?
A lot of the same. I tell you what, this Adams Central football team is just so fundamentally sound. Up front and in the backfield, just a well-coached football team.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Interesting as Black takes the snap, hands off the Bloom up the middle, and he is going to get the 2-point conversion. Interesting there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something with the kicker or something happened, injury or what, but surprised by that, especially when the score was 28-0.
Maybe practicing for next week already? You think they're getting ahead of themselves?
I mean, that's the same play they've ran 20 times tonight.
Yeah.
So nothing too crazy.
Interesting.
Coach, I think you hit it on the head there. They're very fundamentally sound. I mean, I know they had the one penalty, but when you can play penalty-free and mistake-free with this offense and get 4 or 5 yards of carry, it's a tough one to stop for sure.
Yeah, it seems like once they get that ball rolling, they just keep going, and it just becomes a very hard offense to stop.
Yeah, they're just playing games where fullback. All right, now they're sucking in. Now we're going to go ahead and keep it with the quarterback out on the edge. Last year, it seemed like they hit them with counters and some sweeps and tosses, and really haven't seen that. I think you saw one toss early in the first, but other than that, man, we haven't seen too many counters or anything like that. I know they have that in their pocket if needed, though.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen the body language like this from the Blue Jays all year long. You can just tell the disappointment right now. But if I'm a coach on the sidelines, I'm trying everything I can to get these boys fired up, as there's still a lot of time left. But, man, this is hard to watch right now, as we've seen the Blue Jays just have their way with every team they've played throughout this season, that being the 2A game against LaVille there in week 7 or 8, I believe. But, boy, this just did not go the way I thought it would go at all. But there's still plenty of time as it's 29-0. The Jets lead with 2:39 to go here in the third. Curry's going to squib kick up the middle. It's going to be Josiah McDaniel who's going to pick this one up at about the 30-yard line, and that's where he gets tackled.
Smart play after the big return from Cheyenne last time.
Well, they know who not to give the ball to, as we will see what the Blue Jays have in store for us here.
Easy to see a few more players by the warmers here late in the game.
I saw they're huddled around the heaters down on the sideline. I'm cold up here in the booth. I don't want to know what it's like outside. So Aldrich Harper from shotgun is going to take the snap and hand off up the middle. That looked like that was Brock Benson, but he's not going to get much.
Nothing doing. I don't think they gave him a yard there. So no gain, 2nd and 10 with 2:22 left to go in the third.
Interesting. They don't give him a yard there, but they give Adams Central a yard earlier. That's for another conversation another day. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Jays. Looks like an I formation. Aldrich Harper sets his man in motion. He's going to throw out to the right side to Cole Wilcox, and it's incomplete. As a tough throw by Aldrich Harper there. It's going to be 3rd down.
Still well covered there. Number 28, Max Kayer, the sophomore there, covered him at the linebacker position.
So under 2 minutes now to go in the third quarter. It's all Jets, 29-0 here in this rematch semi-state game. 364 days ago was when the Jets won over North Judson to go to state. As we're back for round two, as Aldrich Harper takes the snap and tosses out the Cheyenne Allen, who's still on his feet. He crosses the 35 now to the 40, and he tries to stay in bounds, but it looks like he's going to be called out at about the 37-yard line.
Man, he must have barely been out. It's tough for a coach in our view line, but man, he would have got the first had he stayed in there.
I know. So close. He gained maybe 7 or 8 on the carry.
Big play coming up here. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like North Judson's going to go for it here. Down 29-0, a minute 30 left to go in the third quarter.
So they're going for it.
10 seconds to go on the play clock here.
Aldrich Harper under center. He's going to take the snap and hand off to Brock Benson. No, he keeps it himself. Now he tosses out, uses the option of Cheyenne Allen, who's still on his feet, and he loses the football and fumbles it. It's going to be picked up by the Jets, as it's another fumble by the Blue Jays. Wow.
Great team speed by Adam Central. How many times have we seen this year, and I've watched plenty of North Judson film this year, that you toss it to Cheyenne on the triple option, and that third option usually used everybody else in the first two, and he's gone. So great team speed. Nice job by Adam Central.
Well, you can definitely tell the Adams Central defense came to play tonight. They were prepared and knew who to look for. As you're right, Mike, they're flying all over the place with the ball. They are not giving anything to this Blue Jay offense, as it is tough to watch right now. 29-0 as the Adams Central Jets have the ball on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Black takes the snap, hands off the Bloom up the middle. It may be 2 or 3 on the carry, as he's tackled at about the 33-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. The clock continues to roll. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Jets. Ball on the Blue Jays' 32-yard line. Black sets his man in motion, takes the snap. He hands off up the middle. A lot of space, as I didn't catch the number who he handed off to.
I'm going to say it's
Bloom, maybe?
Bloom, yeah.
Yeah, Bloom. I thought it said 8. That 6 is scrunched down to look like an 8 now, but it was number 6, Keegan Bloom, the junior, who's getting a lot of touches tonight. And that does give them a first down as the clock continues to roll. Under 30 seconds to go here in North Judson.
They don't have to run a play if they don't need to. This is probably going to be the end of the third quarter here.
Yep, that is exactly what they are going to do, as that is the end of the third quarter here in North Judson at Liberty Field. The Adams Central Jets lead the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays in a rematch from semi-state game last year, 29-0. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's football action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Well, let's send it down to our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. Chris, what are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking it's cold.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yeah. Long time listener, first time caller. But no, I think I'm really actually impressed with the coaching staff here at North Judson at the end of that third quarter. How upbeat they were in trying to still pump up this North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jay football team, out there giving high fives and patting them on the head. Trying to get them to fire up and show a little pride here and get a defensive stop.
Well, Chris, I will say Athletic Director Mike Sharkozy directed me to the concession stand where they have potato soup, and might I say it was very delicious.
Looks like Kokomo's up 9-0 at the end of the third against New Prairie. So 34-yard field goal for Kokomo as time expired in the third quarter.
So we'll definitely keep an eye on that game for Kokomo as Ryan Black under center takes the snap and hands off to Bloom up the middle. I don't know if he got maybe 2 or 3 on the carry. That was 1st and 10. Ball on their...
Looks like 20-yard line.
Yeah, ball on the Blue Jays' 20-yard line now. It'll be second and 8 as the third quarter just started here. The Jets lead 29-0. So Adams Central breaks the huddle and trots up to the line. They've still got their starters in from what I can tell. As Ryan Black, the senior quarterback under center, takes the snap, fake, hands off. Now he's going to keep it himself up the right sideline. He crosses the 15, now to the 10-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by number 5, Josiah McDaniel. Good closing speed by him as he potentially saved another touchdown.
We've really seen about 3 plays from Adams Central all night.
The whole night.
Yeah, and then again, it's nothing magical. You just run those plays, you run them well, and I'm sure they've repped them a million times in practice, and they are executing their offense to a T tonight.
Well, I tell you what, he's feeling pretty loose because as he went running past me here, he was humming Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
Oh, my gosh. So Ryan Black under center takes the snap. He hands off. No, he keeps it himself up the left side, and he is going to waltz right in for another Adams Central Jet touchdown.
I believe that's his 4th on the night.
I believe so, too. So Ryan Black having a heck of a semi-state game right now. As you see Trevor Curie of the Adams Central Jets look over to the Jets faithful who showed up this evening in North Judson, pumping them up, very excited as they are looking good here early on in the fourth quarter. It's 35-0 here at Liberty Field.
Coach, they got like tents over there, and is that where they got their burners at, or what? The black tent over there?
Yeah, they came over and came over early today and started building some shanties over there, it looks like.
Okay. Didn't know if they were ice fishing.
So they went for 2 again and handoff up the middle, and they do not get the 2-point conversion. Interesting, you might be right. Maybe something's wrong with the kicker, but there's the kicker hopping up and down, very excited. So I don't know. I don't know why they're going for 2. That'd be an interesting question for Coach Mosier.
Maybe with the injury to Hamilton, he might be the holder or the long snapper. Maybe that's the problem.
Good point.
Yeah, Jack Hamilton is their holder.
Good point.
And that's probably why they're going for 2.
So that's why we have you guys here to dissect that out. As it is 35-0 here with 10:30 to go in the ball game. It's been all Jets tonight. Unfortunate for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. But they've still got enough time to make some noise, playing for respect here.
Yeah, you get 10.5 minutes left, and you're a senior last time to play on Liberty Field. You definitely do it with pride. And, leave it all on the field. You have nothing left to lose here. Let's put a drive or 2 here together and put some points on the board before this night's over.
That does institute a running clock there, right? With 35-0. So
yes,
it will be a running clock from here on out.
Correct. Once they kick off here.
Yep.
Well, I got a question for you, Chris. I look down on the field and see your brother in shorts. I don't know how he's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, the Jets set to kick this one deep as they kick it, kind of a pooch kick, I guess, up the left side. I don't see who's returning it, but they get it back to about the 44-yard line. As it was
Gabe Ellis.
Gabe Ellis, who we hear a lot from all season long. That's the first time we've been able to say his name tonight. He's usually one of the big-time players for the Blue Jays you can't forget about.
Yeah, big-time senior for him. Kid that they're definitely going to miss next year.
So the Blue Jays are ready. 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line in their own territory. Aldrich Harper takes a snap, fake, hands off, fires out to the right side. That's Cheyenne Allen up the right sideline. He's barreling his way forward, trying to get a couple of yards before he's tackled. There were 3 Jets all over him.
Haven't shown that too much. I think the films I broke down, they may have threw that twice, and it's really they fake the buck sweep, and then they're going to fire it away. And just another RPO, and just to keep those outside linebackers, defensive ends, honest. And again, nice job by Adams Central. They are solid in what they do defensively.
So 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays. Ball on their own 46-yard line. Aldrich Harper from shotgun, ready to take it. He's got Brock Benson on his right hip. He takes the snap. Now he's going to QB sneak it himself up the middle and gain maybe 5 on the play before he's tackled at about the 49-yard line in Jet territory.
Yep, just about 9 minutes to go in the game here. Harper's given him a lot here the last couple of years, so heck of a job by the quarterback.
So a couple of exchanges. It looks like Cole Wilcox is going to come out on this play, and Josiah McDaniel will come in as Aldrich Harper is under center. He takes the snap and hands off to Brock Benson up the middle, and they are going to get the first down before he's tackled at about the 44-yard line. A good run by Brock Benson, as he has had those types of runs all night tonight.
Yeah, he's got to be over 100 yards, I think, or be close to it. I mean, he's definitely ran hard and been a bright spot for him for sure.
Well, we just passed the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. It's 35-0. The Adams Central Jets lead here in North Judson. A tough one to watch as the Blue Jays are trying to make something happen here. Aldrich Harper from shotgun on 1st and 10. He takes a snap. He hands off to Brock Benson up the left side, and he's tackled at about the 30 or the 41-yard line, excuse me.
He's going to be their go-to guy here the next 2 years. So look for him to break some records and do some, spectacular things. He's definitely a load to bring down as a sophomore.
Well, and you had to deal with him twice this past season, and you're right. As a sophomore, he just does not look like a sophomore at all out there. So 2nd and 6 for the Blue Jays. Harper takes the snap. He hands off to Benson again. And he gets a lot of space before he's tackled at about the 34-yard line. Big-time carry for him, and they move the chains.
Another first down by Benson, just rolling right through. Again, both teams have everybody in. It looks like Worm's still in, and the other D tackle there is still in.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's Aldrich Harper in shotgun. Takes the snap. He hands off to Brock Benson again up the left side. He's still trugging his way forward as he gets tackled. I don't know if he gained a yard or not. Up the far side or the near sideline right in front of the Blue Jays. It looks like they're going to spot it at about the 32, 33-yard line.
Yeah, definitely great team speed by Adams Central. I know we talked about it all night, but defensively, man, they get guys to the football for sure.
Aldrich Harper from shotgun, 2nd and 10, sets Cheyenne Allen in motion, takes the snap, keeps it himself after the fake handoff. Now he's running up the right sideline, and he tries to get the first down. He is very close, and that is what I was trying to talk about in the pregame with Aldrich Harper. Very smart and very fast.
Yeah, nice run there. Nice option play where they bid on the fullback. They've been riding, Benson down on this drive, and nice keep there. A lot like what Adams Central does on the other side.
So it'll be 3rd and 1. He almost got the first down, but very close here. You suppose Benson up the middle?
I would bet. If I was a gambler, man, that's who I put my money on.
All right, Aldrich Harper under center. He's got Brock Benson right behind him. Let's see what happens. Takes the snap, hands off to Brock Benson up the middle, and he is going to get the first down and move the chains. That clock continues to tick. Under 5:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Jets lead 35-0. Boy, this is going to be tough.
Definitely want to put some points on the board and finish the right way, right?
That's how I would see it. Play for some respect here.
I feel for the cheerleaders today. It looks like they're on a sheet of ice, man.
Them, and then on the other side, too, I think I saw a couple fall earlier. It's icy out on the track right now around the football field as Aldrich Harper takes the snap and tosses out to Cheyenne Allen. There's Jets all over him. They've been waiting on Cheyenne Allen all night long, and you can tell they were told to watch for number 40. He just hasn't had much of a night at all because of the defense tonight.
Yeah, nice play by Fravel. He's a freshman, man, playing well tonight. I've been impressed with him. Well, he played some defensive end there and made that play on Cheyenne Allen. Probably one of the faster kids that they'll see in 1A.
Well, and you got to think about it. A lot of the guys out there on the field were in that state game last year, so they learned a lot in that game, especially the semi-state game against North Judson. They've been through it as well. As Aldrich Harper from shotgun is going to take the snap, fake hands off, keeps it himself up the right side, and he runs into a couple of Jets before he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Ryan Black again playing two-way player, quarterback, and then making a big stop there. I think I counted 7 two-way starters for Adams Central, so they only exchanged 4. They got a ton of guys on the sideline there, but again, at this point in the season, you're going to have your dudes play, so 7 two-way starters, that's quite a few.
Wow. And they're not showing signs of any fatigue, really.
Not when it's negative or single digits out there, right?
Aldrich Harper from shotgun takes the snap, hands off to Cheyenne Allen, who tosses it back, and the toss wasn't good. It hits the ground. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Jets.
I think they were trying to do a little flea flicker there and didn't quite get the ball back to the quarterback there.
My gosh.
As the clock continues to tick, I think that's going to be it here.
I mean, you can just feel the walls closing in on you, Chris. My goodness.
Yeah, that pitch back to the quarterback, trying to set up the flea flicker there was not even close to Aldrich Harper. So, again, North Judson just continuing to shoot themselves in the proverbial foot.
Well, I'll just be honest with you. This is hard for me to watch right now. Seeing the Blue Jays dominate all season long, it's just hard to swallow right now.
It's tough for the Blue Jay Nation as well. I mean, these guys, this has been a heck of a season. Don't take anything away from them and what they've done this year. And, sectional, regional champions. Still one of the top programs, top teams in their history as well. And nice job, obviously, all season. What a career that Cheyenne Allen's had, and along with Harper, obviously, as well, and the guys up front. And a guy we haven't mentioned much tonight, and I think it's just because he changed his number to 50, but Logan Rackey's done a heck of a job for these guys as well.
Big-time defensive player for them.
I talked about it maybe a little bit in the pregame when they moved him down to tackle. I thought maybe we'd have I think he just made their offensive line even that much better. So just a heck of a group of kids that I've got to see grow up and play the last 4 years. Actually, the last 7 years, I go to all the middle school games as well when Culver plays them. So they've been a force, and rightfully so. You're a top 4 team in the state for a reason, and they just met Adams Central, who they're good at what they do, and they did it well tonight.
So Adams Central has had the ball. They're just kneeing it right now to run the clock down as it makes 2nd and 16 here. I'm guessing they'll probably knee it again. Chris?
Yeah, they just took a delay of game penalty there. So very few penalties called in this game tonight.
Yeah, great, clean game by both teams, to tell you the truth. I think they had that holding call early on, and good job by the crew tonight. I didn't get the White Hat's name, did you?
Yes, our officials this evening, I think the White Hat is Damon Williams, and then there's Tom Gerlach, Curtis Anderson, Jeffrey Corman, and Robbie Miller.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them, but they've done a nice job. So,
and it looks like they will probably need this here on 3rd and 16.
Yeah, they're one kneel down from returning to Lucas Oil next week, and I think it's a Friday night game, so first game on Friday.
So that is going to do it for us here at Liberty Field. A tough one to swallow for the Blue Jays, as it's 35-0 is the final score. The Adams Central Jets came to North Judson for the 2nd year in a row and were able to pull out a semi-state win as they go on to state, and they will play at Lucas Oil Stadium next weekend. We have a lot to talk about as the Collins Insurance postgame show is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Welcome back here to Liberty Field, as it was a tough loss for the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays here at semi-state action. The Adams Central Jets came here and put up 35 points, not allowing a single point from the North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays. Our post-game show is sponsored by Collins Insurance, taking care of all your insurance needs. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Well, Coach, not much to say. We kind of wrapped up there at the end of the game. It just didn't go the Blue Jays' way. Kind of tough to watch there. Your overall thoughts in this game tonight?
I thought we talked about in the pregame, turnovers were big and ended up being, turnovers and big plays, which I think I communicate to my teams every game. We can't give up big plays and we can't turn the ball over, and really that's what happened tonight. And you take those two big plays away, I think it's a different game. They get the ball there, they score right before halftime, and would have got the ball at halftime and been able to take that down and score. I mean, it's a tie ball game at that point. Things just didn't go their way, but don't take anything away from Adams Central. Obviously, they're a good football team. They're a buzzsaw, and they're going to do a great job representing the North next week at Lucas Oil.
Chris, you found the heater down there on the sideline. Tell us your overall thoughts tonight on this matchup.
Again, just great execution by Adams Central, a program that here for the last several years, this is nothing new to them in North Judson. That's where they want to get. So still got some growing to do, but again, just a well-executed game plan by Adams Central. And once they get that offense rolling, once you let them get that proverbial snowball rolling downhill, they are tough to stop.
Well, we're going to take one more. We're going to take a few more breaks, actually, but one really coming up. We've got the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game coming up soon. This is the Collins Insurance Postgame Show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awell. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you've made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Now, let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports Director Mitch Columbi and Sports Analyst Chris McGowan.
We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Big shout out to my third grade teacher, Carly Moore, who's tuning in from Milroy, Indiana. Hope you're doing well this evening, Mrs. Moore. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's talk our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Mike, in your opinion, what was our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game?
I think it goes back to that second quarter there, the last drive. Judson was driving and went for the pass and ended up the interception there. I think they had some momentum. They score there, get the ball at half. It might have been a different game. So I believe that, in my eyes, that was the play of the game.
Yeah, what do you think, Chris? You agree?
Yeah, I agree with that, but I go back to the very first touchdown that Mr. Black scored for Adams Central. They lined up in that trips formation. They ran the quarterback keep to the weak side, got Worm out in front, and he went down the sidelines untouched for the first score of the game.
Well, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. Our 5 Star player of the game is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson-San Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12, 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. I'll turn things over to head coach of the Culver Cavalier football team, also the athletic director from Culver, Mike Zahner. Who do you think deserves our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, Mike?
I think it's tough not to go with Ryan Black from Adams Central. 4 touchdowns. The way he ran the football, the quarterback commanded the huddle. I mean, on a night like tonight, he didn't have any, snap exchange issues or handoff issues. He did a great job as quarterback and then also turned around and played pretty well on defense as well.
Chris, your thoughts on our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game?
I agree wholeheartedly. If I was going to give one to North Judson, obviously the game ball would have to go to Brock Benson, the fullback, who had to be close to or if not over 100 yards rushing against this very good Adams Central defense.
Big shout out to Eleanor and Joe Colombi tuning in from Rush County, Indiana. My parents, I appreciate you tuning into the semi-state broadcast, the biggest broadcast of my young career. I appreciate you guys joining us. What a great game. Overall, we wish the Adams Central Jets good luck next week, but overall, you're right, Mike. The North Judson-San Pierre Blue Jays have nothing to be disappointed about. They showed up this season. They are sectional and regional champions. You've got to be happy for them.
Yeah, no doubt. Great season for the Jays. Obviously, it didn't end the way they wanted to, but couldn't be obviously more pleased with how they performed this year and how they carried themselves. And that North Judson Blue Jay pride for sure.
I think that speaks volume of your class as well. For coming up and fighting against the Blue Jays and to say such nice things about them. I think that speaks volumes about you, Coach.
That's why you pay me so much, right? No, hey, and also want to thank obviously Mike Sarkozy for allowing us to do this and rolling out the red carpet for us to be here for sure.
Well, overall, your thoughts, Chris?
Well, what I was going to say, since we're talking about getting paid, Mitch, I wanted to tell you, your parents told me that the check was in the mail since I had to work with you all year.
Oh, my gosh. You guys are awesome. Well, we invite you all to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports broadcast in Indiana. We will have our area high school coaches on hand to catch us up on what happened tonight, as we will be going live at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning on 99.3 FM and streaming online at WKVI.com. I invite you to follow us on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who just recently got into Manchester University, we appreciate her work throughout this season. And
Go Spartans.
Go Spartans. Good luck to Marilla Schaefer going forward. We appreciate you being back at the studio, making sure we go out live for everyone to hear. We appreciate our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. Culver Cavalier head coach Mike Zahner, our in-game announcer John Thompson. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting.
Thank you for listening to High School Football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winamac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.